Well, hello there. Once again, you found yourself on a live stream of the Hotel Orloff. It's Tuesday night, September 3rd, 2024. And there are zero people watching. Um, I'd like to show all zero people of you something that you should be aware of. I've shown it to you before, but perhaps you've forgotten. Okay, what I'm listening to right now is this album on YouTube. Where do you go for this kind of music? This this guy here. I don't know. Perhaps it's a woman that runs this. I don't know. It's Sunny Boy 66 Records, and they have all kinds of great stuff. Like look at this: various guano novelties from the Batcave, 1966 to 1969. It's over an hour of music related to the 1966 Batman TV show. So I would recommend this record, and you can record these right. I record off of YouTube by recording to a DVD recorder, but I'm sure you have other ways of doing it. Iggy Pop Comics, oh there, hey there, Gratu. So that's a great record, and everything's great on here. Trust me. If you like 60s and 50s rock and roll, and well, you got to, because if you wouldn't be here if you don't. I mean, this is Adventures into Unknown, 32 tracks, all instrumentals. This is where you should be, because the world of comic books and the world of rock and roll are intertwined. And the people that don't understand that are the people that don't understand why people collect comic books. I was watching a video from Sticky Goose Comics, because he keeps popping up in my feed, and from yesterday, and he's talking about that no one really just collects comics only for nostalgia. Everyone is really collecting because they know that they're going to become more valuable. And I guess I was aware when I was in elementary school that some of the comic books I had, like the first Man Thing, were sought after, and I knew that old comics had value, but I never intended to sell any. And I've never sold any of my comic books in my entire life, and I never intend to sell them. And oh, it's my Darth Vader clock. I got that at Dollar General. Every hour, Darth Vader reads from the Bible, and so uh, it's just that he's part of a younger generation. Higgy Pop was born when I was already probably in my 30s, and he never bought comic books as a kid. During the pandemic or right before the pandemic, he got a bunch of boxes from his father of comics that he had collected in the 1960s, and then Higgy Pop thought, well, I'm not insulting him. I'm just stating what he said. He thought, well, I'll start collecting comics instead of Beanie Babies, and I'll study how people collect comics. So he watches YouTube and sees, oh, okay, you're supposed to buy these 1960s comics. These must be the right comics, because he did a video where he said, um, I bought comics because people told me to. And he showed 60s Jack Kirby Fantastic Fours, and he showed Spider-Man's 1960s comics that I wish I had. He just held them up. He says, I don't really like these comics. I bought them because I was told to, and I was told I was supposed to slab them. But now, to his credit, he says, I realize that slabbing is a foolish mistake. which is a good thing, you know. And but he has no nostalgia for comics. He wasn't into them as a little kid. He got into them as an adult, and after he was already married and everything. And so he loves comic books, he loves reading them, but he doesn't love the old stuff. He has no nostalgia for it. He says he doesn't like the old Fantastic Four and Spider-Man's. He likes the new dark edgy stuff, like he likes the dark, whatever the heck it is that he has. The video he did last week, or the stuff he likes, it's the stuff that people like now. I don't know, like uh the Moon Knight, where he's crazy. I read Moon Knight back in the 70s. He was just kind of a guy, like he was like a combination of the Batman and the Shadow. But I guess now Moon Knight is all conflicted and he's schizophrenic, and I don't know anything about that, but that's what he loves. Anyway, it's just a generation gap. Not knocking Higgy Pop, not Higgy Pop, sticky pop, sticky poop, sticky goose. Sorry, Higgy Pop, Higgy. I didn't mean to mix you up with Sticky Goose. Oh my goodness, that's a no. Higgy Pop has a love for comics, 100%. Anyway, it's easy to not like Sticky Goose, and then you see a video with him with his wife, and then he seems completely likable because she seems like so wonderful. Then you want to like Sticky Goose, and then the next video he says something that pisses you off, and I can't decide: do I like the guy or do I hate? I watch his videos, so I must not hate him too much. But he is completely, he's trying to provoke. He's saying, you guys don't really collect these comics just because you love them and are nostalgic. You are all thinking about selling them someday and making a profit. And no, I'm not. I'll leave that to my wife, who will hopefully outlive me. And then, you know, there's some good people I know. I'll say, well, contact these people. you know, my wife, I told her, contact Kevin Johnson, Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. He'll either buy the comics from you, or he'll let you know. He won't fool you. He'll let you know what they're worth. Let me see what these humans are saying in the chat. I sold one book. Let me see here. Higgy Pop said, hey there, Grottu. Guano, hey Grot, says Friar Tuck. Higgy Pop says, very cool. And then he says, wrong, referring to uh, Sticky Goose's proclamation on the show. Higgy Pop Comics says, I never sold a book. Higgy Pop Comics says, hey, Higgy Pop. Why are you saying hey to yourself, Higgy Pop? Meyer Greenblatt says, not Higgy Pop, Sticky Goose. How long was I saying Higgy Pop instead of Sticky Goose? I am so sorry. It's just Higgy Pop and Sticky Goose is somehow in my adult, senile nursing home brain. I get them mixed up. No, Higgy Pop is a really cool guy that likes good stuff, that is like us. Sticky Poop, Sticky Goose is he's okay. He's just a different generation. He's like a space alien to me. I don't fully understand him. He doesn't compute. Friar Tuck says, correct Meyer. I'm sorry. I've had a long day. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Friar Tuck, Higgy a few years older than me, I believe. Higgy Pop says, I'm 50. I am 59. I'm almost 60. Shit, I'll be 60 in April. Higgy Pop says, it's all good, brother. I'm sorry, man. Higgy Pop, I need to remember. It's like Iggy Pop. I think there's a lot of people in the comic book community that have no idea that Higgy Pop is based on Iggy Pop, because there's a lot of people that collect comics that don't know anything about rock and roll music. But Higgy Pop is cool, and he's the only person, other than a couple others, that know who David Nino Rodriguez is. So that's very respectable. Friar Tuck, you're younger than, I'm 52. Higgy, says Friar Tuck. Yes, indeed. Okay, so how about that? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I did sell a comic once because it pissed me off, and I wanted it out of my collection. Kind of like some people burn Ouija boards because they don't want them in their house. I it was in the I think it was in the late '80s. It might have been before the Tim Burton Batman movie came out, or it might have been right after, maybe a year after, around that time. There was a Batman graphic novel that came out, and it's beloved by a lot of people, and I bought it. I The Lone Star Comics, my local comic store, opened opened up on Thanksgiving morning because this book had come out, and people were so excited that people went and got it before they ate their Thanksgiving turkey. And I've told this story before. It's called Arkham Asylum, and apparently it's a real important graphic novel. People love it. Oh, by the way, that going on the bottom, that's a GoFundMe. I'm trying to raise money for my wife who's been having some health issues, but I'm not going to keep begging on that. If you want to help out, that's great. Um, so I got this Arkham Asylum, and I read it, and I didn't like what I read. The basically, and I know you probably love it. I didn't like the artwork for one thing, and it was like it was about the Joker was really in love with the Batman. And at one point, the Joker had a wedding gown on because he had intended to marry Batman. So, yeah. So a few years later, I just decided I'm going to sell this to my friend Jason, who ran a weird bookstore called Forbidden Books in Dallas, and he bought it from me, or maybe he traded me for something that was actually good. Because I don't want that stuff injected into my Batman stuff. And I think that Arkham Asylum graphic novel was instrumental in Paul Dini creating the Harley Quinn character for the Batman the Animated Series in the early '90s because they needed to break Batman. I mean, the Joker away from the way he was depicted in that stupid graphic novel by giving him a girlfriend. So, no, Joker is not secretly in love with Batman. Look, he has a girlfriend. So they created that character that became big. Um, I could be wrong about that. Let me see what are people saying here. Mark Greenblatt says, knowing David Nino Rodriguez is like a secret handshake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, what is the thing the Masons say to each other about traveling? It's the what they have something they say to each other so they know, oh, you're a fellow Mason. We'll make it something about David Nino Rodriguez. Oh, you're a fellow member of the Gratu Army. I don't know. The other one, I still that's the only comic I've ever sold, and it was a graphic novel, so it doesn't count as a comic. And the other one that I guess I kind of tricked myself into thinking I liked it at the time because the artwork was beautiful and it seemed to read well, but afterwards you felt like I've got to take a shower here. Was The Killing Joke, and I know you all love it. It had beautiful artwork, but the implication of what had been done to Batgirl, and then she's paralyzed, and then don't they have Commissioner Gordon naked, tied up? I mean, I don't want that in my comics, man. You guys may love it, you modern people. That's the heck with that. I'll stick with my golden age. Not that I haven't. I might have one golden age. Depends on what you call it, golden age. Batman, but I don't have any Batmans from the '40s. No one can afford those. But I have Silver Age Bat. I love Silver Age Batman and early Bronze Age Batman. But I don't. When DC, this is why I stopped liking comic books, man. When DC has a phone number where you call up to decide whether they're going to kill off Robin, when they kill off Superman, and there's this taste, it was just a bunch of tasteless garbage to me. A friend of Nino, like a friend of Bob or Bill. Yes. Oh, if anyone wants to come on this amazing telecast, I don't know. This is the link. It's in the chat. StreamYard.com/7 lowercase CZMYSIE3U. Yes, indeed. Well, I was thinking I was going to show you some Migo action figures. So I might have some new arriving comics this weekend coming from Gotham City Comics. Contribution. What are people saying here? Aesop's Fables. I didn't like that stuff happening with Batman either. Thank you. Or should I do that in a Tweety Bird? I know that's a misspelling, but I because I'm an asshole. I was going to say, I didn't like that stuff. I was going to try to do a Tweety Bird voice. I didn't like that stuff happening with Batman either. um, Meyer Greenblatt says, AA was my least favorite subject in school. Okay. I think I'm processing that joke, but oh well, I'll show you some out here. I saw that Dark Ride Dracula, one of my favorite YouTube channels, did a second live stream a few days ago. I haven't yet watched it, but I saw that they were focusing on these AHI monsters. So I thought I'll show some monsters too. I would love to get those people on the show. Let me get this into the light. This is an AHI. Now, the AHI was making figures at the same time in the 70s as Migo was. But see, this is my childhood Frankenstein. He could use a dusting. But, the painting was just kind of sprayed on his face. You can see that there's where the. But these were very cheaply made figures. You can tell by the green hand. And anyway, this was the best of the AHI figures. The other ones, to me, this is really cool because the head looks very similar to the sculpt on the Aurora Frankenstein model kit. See that there? In fact, it's almost an exact copy, stolen, as it were. Anyway, that's just why I like this as a kid, because I love this. This, by the way, this model kit, this Frankenstein was painted by Joe Riley. And Joe Riley is famous for the cable public access show, The Hypnotic Eye. Higgy Pop, you're welcome to come on. I'm so sorry I said Higgy Pop instead of Sticky Goose. Um, um, I've been on shows with Higgy Pop, but I don't think he's ever been on my show. Anyway, here's some more Frankenstein. I dearly love the Frankenstein monster. Uh, anyway, everybody at work is starting to get the sniffles and sneezing and coughing. Everyone's getting sick. Perhaps it's the monkeypox. Could be. Um, so anyway, so I have sold a comic. I sold Arkham Asylum, and it's probably worth a lot of money now. Who knows? Who cares? I don't really care. I'm trying to think what comic I own that's worth it the most. Maybe the first Harley Quinn in comics, Batman Adventures. It could be the first Deadpool's not worth anything. I would sell that. If someone offered me like 400, I could care less about the first Deadpool. Um, I I own it, but it's almost like it's almost like a Ouija board. I'd like to get rid of it because it just doesn't belong in my collection. It's like cringy to me. All the whole 1990s, the whole last 30 years, in fact, everything that's happened in the 21st century to me is cringy. Um, I don't know. Apparently, I make these proclamations and it upsets people. I've been told that. Um, I don't know. Okay. So anyway, there was another company called Migo, the Migo figures, and they where's the Frankenstein Migo? It must be in the other room. Oh, this is Migo did these monster figures, but they weren't based on like that Frankenstein from AHI must have paid a few pennies to Universal Pictures to do sculpts that look like the movies. Really, they were made to look like they were models. This is what Migo was doing. This is the Migo mummy. This is also for my childhood. Man, I've got two burned out light bulbs. Shoot. I didn't realize that. I've got to get new light bulbs. Well, I'm not going to do that right now. Um, and then the Migo Frankenstein is in the other room. This is the Migo um, Wolfman. I have him in a cup because he's got a broken leg. You know, this is a recent Migo came back recently. The original guy, the young guy that created Migo in the 70s is now like 105, and he came back and started Migo over again. And they sell these like at Walmart. This is a recent Migo Frankenstein. Um, recent being last few years. And this is a 1970s Migo Dracula. And see, these have glow in the bark, glow in the bark, glow in the dark. See his glow in the dark eyes and his hands glow in the dark and all that. See, monsters were still big in the 70s until the summer of 1977 when Star Wars came out. The monster boom that had been roaring all through the 60s into the 70s and in the late 50s too, that started with Universal Pictures being released to TV with Shock Theater in 1957. That was a huge long fad, and then Star Wars came out and killed the monster fad. um, let me see. Imsh, where'd you get that Frankenberry figure? That thing's cool. Let me think. Where did there? Oh, well, believe it or not, that's a Funko Pop. There, I'm pretty well, or it's made by the same company that makes Funko Pop. I've been somehow fooled into saying Funko Pop for years. My wife and I called them embryos. Oh, there's a new Elvira embryo coming out. And somehow they were better, less nerdy when you called them an embryo. Actually, this isn't a Funko Pop. It's something. I think it's the same company, but it's a different kind of figure. Um, yeah, we would buy Funko Pops occasionally when we'd find a cool one. Like this is a Funko Pop. I'm sorry, this is a Creature from the Black Lagoon embryo. If you just call them embryos, then you don't have to be embarrassed about owning these stupid, ugly things anymore. Um, yeah, where I got that, I would bet you dollars to donuts that I got that from Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. Whether he can still get them, I don't know. But I've had it a while. I don't know. I could have gotten it at Walmart, but I don't know. I haven't been to a Walmart in 2 years. Uh, I don't honestly know. I I would say Kevin would know how to get it. And there's only one Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. Call him up and ask him about that. He might be watching right now. I don't know. So I was talking about this Godzilla model the other day. They just made a replica of this in a smaller scale. Whatever that company is that makes stuff now, someone will tell me. But someone, this one I did not build. This was built when I got it. But someone got a Japanese Zero airplane, probably from an aircraft carrier uh, model kit, and put it in his hand. And I think that's a masterful stroke because it's pretty much to scale. Imp says Super 7. That's right. There was a really cool cartoon that's kind of a lost cartoon now. I got a collection of it on DVD from some bootleg guy somewhere, and it's called Super 6. I wonder if there's any Super 6 cartoons on YouTube. Sometimes there aren't, and then you check and someone's magically put some up. Let's check and see if there's Super 6 cartoons. It was kind of like the Mighty Heroes. Um, and I think the theme song was sung by Gary Lewis. The Grand to Orloff Network. My own channel is saying I wish I could watch slash listen. That's my wife. She's logged in as me. That's weird. How am I commenting on my own show? She, when I do these live streams, she says, "Oh, I'm on his grid too." Yeah, I figured it's okay. I she has her own YouTube account, but we pay on on my channel, on my YouTube account, to not have commercials, and so obviously she goes on as me, which means I get uh, in my feed things about vintage makeup and cosmetics, which I don't mind, but it kind of adds a feminine touch to my algorithm, what she watches. But I don't know what happened to me about several weeks ago. My vision got worse overnight, and seriously, now I have to find my glasses to even look at the TV screen. I was in a lot of stress, and it might be, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just getting old. Can you just age overnight? Where am I freaking? Oh, there they are. Dog is confused why I just heard the cat snoring, and that was pretty cool. I've never heard the cat snore before, but she's getting old and fat like me. He, rather. I always call the cat a he, even though, no, I always accidentally call the cat a she, even though he's a he. And then I always call Drew the dog, who is a girl, I accidentally call her a boy because I just think of all dogs as male and all cats as female. It's all part of the insanity. Okay, so we're going to look for Super 6, and then we're going to go look at Migo figures. Um, oh man, I got 17 people watching. Usually there's only about 11 or 12 that watch. It's almost like there's a faithful 11 or 12 that watch pretty consistently live streams, and then there's about 11 or 12 people that like those videos, and then there'll be 200 or something, and people on there, but you just figure, well, there's a faithful dozen, the dirty dozen, the apostles, whatever you want to call them. No, let's not call them the apostles. That sounds a little blasphemous. My wife says, "Okay, I'm me again." Oh, okay. Let's see. So, what so how are you guys doing out there in television land? Super 6. There's another really cool old cartoon that's been pretty much forgotten called Super President, where the President of the United States flies out of the White House in a like a fantastic car. He's like a superhero. I think the name of the president is President James Norcross. So if someone named Norcross ever runs for president, you might know he's secretly a superhero. But it was all part of the Batman craze in 1966, where there were all these superhero cartoons, but one was called Super President. And I think, oh, yeah, look, they've got some episodes up if they're not stretched, and they might be stretched. And by that I mean, TV wasn't widescreen in the 1960s, and yeah, see, they stretched it. I hate when they stretch it. This cartoon classic, Eighth Man DVD, Eighth Man. They always make that mistake of stretching. I hate that, man. It's like, look, television was standard format. It was not widescreen until not too long ago. And so they think people can't stand having the black borders on the left and right side of their screen, so they stretch it out, and everything looks like silly putty. I really despise that. But it'll still give you an idea what the show is like. Let's, yeah, this is that Eighth Man channel. At least you can see a few episodes. Yeah, there's also there's uh, there's a bunch of well, not a there's this, there's the Mighty Heroes, and then there's of course the Impossibles that was paired with Frankenstein Jr. as far as 60s superhero parody cartoons. And damn. Oh, here's one that's not from that. Let's see if they do it right. Yeah, see, that's not stretched. Okay, so you can find them where they're not stretched on YouTube. The Group Therapy podcast channel had a few Super 6 cartoons on there. Saturday morning serials. Yeah, that's a great show, Saturday morning. That's where, yeah, I keep making the mistake of forgetting to watch that on Saturday morning. Yeah, you got to watch Group Therapy podcast. They start early in the morning on Saturday and go pretty much all Saturday morning live, showing public domain. Or if they're not public domain, at least he finds cartoons that YouTube will let him air. And I guess Super Six must pass. If he's showing anything, if Group Therapy Podcast is showing anything, he's just streaming it from YouTube. But he shows good stuff like the '60s Lone Ranger. Um, okay, my wife is saying, Gratz, I don't think I'm going to work till 11. I'll try, but I'm too sleepy and in pain. That's completely okay if you can hear me. That's all right. She doesn't normally work on it. She's trying to make up for a day she couldn't work because she was in a lot of pain a few days ago. So she's trying her best to help us out of our financial bind. And I've got this GoFundMe going across, and I'm working two jobs, and I'm getting up at 4 in the morning, and then I just got home from work, so I'm trying to bail us out. Whatever. You don't want to hear my everyone's got their own problems in this wonderful world of, you can't call it the world of Biden because he's not in charge, or that Kamala Harris isn't in charge either. There's people far up above those puppets. Okay. What the hell am I even doing here? Oh, I was going to go show you Migo figures. And if anyone wants to come on, I'll put the link in the chat. But no one will come on. Let's face it. Um, paste. Done. All right. So. David Wilcock does these live streams on Sunday afternoon. I was very proud of him 2 days ago. He he just said, "I got to use the bathroom," and he just left the camera for a while and came back. That was sometimes you got to do things like that, man. Okay, so I don't come in here very often. I guess I should. Um, looks like this is a review from 1931 of Terry Toons cartoon called Fried Chicken. You guys got to watch those old Terry Toons cartoons. You can watch you can watch playlists of those Terry Toons cartoons on YouTube. Okay. Why am I even doing this, man? It's 11 people watching. Um, okay. This is Migo Superman. It's not my original Superman. This is one I got later because my original Superman fell apart. Because the Migos had rubber bands inside, and when the rubber band broke, the legs would fall off and the arms would fall off, and you'd have a torso with a head. And if they were in, you know, if they were in something like this, then the legs would still stay sort of in position, but they'd be wobbly because they'd be held on by the cloth. But this one I probably got later on. Um, my original Batman I got Christmas morning of 1972, and he had a removable cowl, and he fell apart. I still have his cowl. And this is a replacement Batman I got later on. Um, like when these were still new, and I didn't pay a collector price for it. So looks like his cape has changed color a bit. I don't want to pull all these down to show you. What the heck? So I'll just pan across them. Why am I sitting on the floor, man? Like a bum. Getting my pants dirty, man. Look at okay. This isn't well, I'll show you some, but I'm going to stand up. This is not a Migo figure. It's from Mexico, but it's really cool. And I didn't buy this in the 70s. I bought it later. Um, oh man, well, that thing and and Mr. Fantastic, and that's my original Spider-Man from like 73, 74, and original Lizard, original Hulk. Uh, there's my original Batgirl, Mr. McHugh's Patulk. Um, I'll show you, the original. It's probably not very nice what I did. And I I just was trying to be funny. It really isn't funny, but I still have the Batman cowl, and it's on. I'll show you, because the original, when Batman and Robin originally came out, they made it where you could take the mask off of Batman and Robin and see him, uh, what he looks like underneath. And I think they've recreated that with one of those Walmart figures that you can get. But like I said, we don't live near a Walmart, so I've missed out on most of these new ones. Um, okay, okay, I'm trying to position this right. I don't know if you can see that or not. I put the mask on her, and I don't know. That's probably not very funny. What are people saying here? Missing Mars is here. Good evening, everyone, says Missing Mars. Well, hello, Missing Mars. Um, so, whatever. Oh, there's my original Penguin and Joker, too. I don't know. Oh, then I've got this Migo Captain Kirk and Scotty, and where's my Spock? Spock. Spock's around here somewhere. But where is Spock? Spock. This is weird. I'm thinking Spock is in another room. Um, I have no idea where Spock is. Oh boy. 15 people watching. I guess I should entertain people. Maybe I should go upstairs. I've got to find Spock. The search for Spock. And McCoy. Where's McCoy? I'm suspecting he's around in this area. No. Did you see Spock or McCoy back there? Where would I have put them? Damn. Well, they're around somewhere. Uh, did some stuff happen in the news today? People are telling me that some interesting stuff happened in the news today. Like apparently, if you ask Alexa about people running for president, Alexa will tell you long, glowing things about Kamala Harris. But if you ask about Trump, it'll say, we do not take sides, and we will not tell you about anyone, but they'll tell you glowing things about all the reasons you should vote for Kamala Harris. That came out today. I heard about that. I heard they released a manifesto today that we probably shouldn't talk about, but anyway. Okay. What am I? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Um, you're Pans people. There was a show. Was it Top of the Pops in England? They had they shit. Pan's people were these dancers on this show. They would dance to the pop hits, and I found out about them about 20 years ago. See that this came up in my algorithm. Pan's people. It's, this is from England. Let's see if you. Oh, look at this. Also, the Superman theme on a fairground organ. If you watch the right stuff on YouTube, you'll get stuff like this that pops up as a recommendation for you. I'm probably playing this too loud. My wife's trying to work and stuff. James Gunn should just use this in his new movie. Just imagine. Um, oh, here's a Scopatone. Those Scopatones were there were film jukeboxes with film in them back in the '60s, and most of them were from videos. Most of the films were from France, but there's some. Look up Scopatones. Do yourself a favor. Type in SCOPITONE into YouTube, and you'll see the amazing stuff you'll wind up with. Stuff like this. And then, how about, I didn't forget about Pan's people. I think there were two. There was Pan's people, and there was another dance group called Legs and Company. But Pan's people. I haven't looked them up in a long time. You can tell. There's nothing's coming up. Oh, there they are. Um, so it's like songs like "Do the Hustle." I can't play much because it'll get a copyright claim. Yeah, so that's probably enough to get me a copyright claim. Anyway, just trust me. Like this Spirit in the Sky one is great. I'll fast forward. Oh, that's that. This guy, that horrible guy there is that was guy was worse by far. This horrible, creepy guy. Oh God, this guy was worse than what's his face, Epstein, and he was friends with the royal family, and he would donate money to children's hospitals. He was doing horrible. This is one of the worst criminals of all time, and he was like England's Dick Clark, this horrible individual that grew his hair long like a hippie. He was a notorious, horrible, disgraced person, but he was disgraced after he died. So everyone knows what a horrible guy he is now. But look at this. This is a great one, Spirit in the Sky. If you just clip off that guy at the beginning and record the rest of it, just trust me, Pan's people is great. There's someone trying to come in. Who is this human? Oh, it's Gotham City. Good. What's going
Hey,
on?
I got these in the mail today. I'm supposed to give you one.
You're supposed to give me one. Creature board. Oh my gosh.
I'm supposed to give Meyer one and anybody else from your channel that orders.
What's up? You've already sent my package, haven't you? So it's
Yep.
too late.
Yeah, it's too late for this time.
That's all right. Well, next time.
So
What
it's
is it exactly?
creatureboard.com. It's like a message board, like a forum.
Okay. Do they want us to, or are they trying to advertise it so we would promote it or something?
Yeah, it's somebody that watches your channel. Look, they put me on the back here.
Oh, wow. Seriously, who is this guy? Do you know the guy?
I just know him as Creature Board.
Are you on that board?
No, I haven't been there yet. but it's I guess it should be open now.
Oh
We can
man,
go
this
on.
guy's promoting. Oh, it's like what do you mean? Is it like a message board like the early days of the internet?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so we could communicate with people that are like us, so we can kind of not have to worry about these people into 1990s Iron Man comics. Oh, that'd be great. See, I'm trying to get as many of the people that slab comics or that like modern comics to go away and bring in people into rock and roll and monsters and old comics. So it'd be good to network into that and get a whole, it's like giving the channel an enema or a blood transfusion, not to offend people that are horrible or anything. Wow,
For the
that's cool.
America's
Uh,
Last Novelty mail order houses.
Okay, so how do we get to this? Maybe you can. Okay, it's houseoftheunusual.com, and he has a radio
No,
show too, huh?
no, I think that's just another sponsor, maybe.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's
So,
here.
so you're a sponsor without you knowing it? Is that what it is?
No, he asked if I would hand these out,
Oh,
and
okay. Is it
in
okay for us
return,
to see the letter there?
yeah, and in return he was gonna put
Oh,
my logo on here.
oh yeah,
But,
absolutely. This guy seems cool.
here are 30 copies of the Fear Flyer to try out. Put them on the counter for your customers. It's up to you what you do with them. Thanks for taking the time and giving the Fear Flyer a go. Appreciate it. P.S. If you can please put a Fear Flyer in Gratu's comic pile as well as
my my
Myers and
my
anyone
com
else.
my comic pile has become famous. Oh no,
So
notorious.
creatureboard.com.
That's neat. What's his name again?
He didn't put his name on there.
But how's it signed again?
Uh,
Uh,
Creature Board.
the Creature Board. Okay. Well, thank you, the Creature Board. This sounds fantastic. We need to get him on the show. And
Look, it's
who
a
else?
collector's edition.
Have you heard about when Dark Ride Dracula is going to go live again?
No, I didn't hear, but I saw them where they went to a really cool dark ride. It
Yeah.
was like one of the last of the old school ones that still had the original animatronics and stuff still in it.
Wow.
It was cool, and they had a guy there. He goes there every other week and rides it. He's like a local guy, and he just loves it.
Okay. Missing Mars is saying Creature Board, not the Creature Board. Did I say the Creature Board?
It's www.creatureboard.com.
Okay. It says the Creature Board right
Well,
there.
that's
That
his
was just.
name. That's his name is the Creature
Oh,
Board.
okay. But so
But the
Missing Mars is
website,
correcting me because I'm saying his website incorrectly. Oh, okay. Well, people can see it on the sign there. They know that I was calling Iggy Pop Sticky Goose earlier. Man, that was embarrassing. Um, I think I was. Wow,
Sticky
that's neat.
Pop.
And then
I'm
the
gonna be
other people.
sticky. My new name's gonna be Sticky Pop
Yeah, I don't know, man.
or
Um,
Higgy Goose. I'll be Higgy Goose. How about that?
the The other guys I'd like to get on are like the people that put out Monster Bash magazine. I wanted to get Jay Stevens on, but I think he's super busy. He never even saw my thing I sent him on Instagram. And I'd like to get Dark Ride Dracula on. Now that I see that they have, because when I contacted them before, they said they didn't really have the setup to do to come on a live stream. Obviously, they do now. But I'll just have to maybe ask him. All right, so that's cool. Oh, he sent you a ton of them.
Yeah, 30 of them. It said.
All right, cool. Well, I'll definitely promote it on every episode. If you get me one of those.
Yeah, but
Um, well, tomorrow is the big comic book day. Do you want to give us a preview and we could just, you know, tell what we think of each thing that's coming out tomorrow?
yeah, we could do that. Oh, let's look at something really cool first.
Yeah. In other words, all the comics coming out tomorrow are not really cool.
No, look at
Read
this. I
between the
got this
lines.
here. Look at this thing. It's like brand new. Look at this thing.
Oh shit.
I thought it was fake. I thought it was a reprint or something.
Are you gonna sell that?
Because look at it, it had this in the corner and it threw me off.
Yeah, they used to have that on old magazines and stuff and comics. You don't see it on comics as much as on magazines.
But I
Is
bought this
that
collection from the guy and it has a theme. Look at this.
what?
So
You
watch
bought a
this.
collection?
Look at this theme that this guy has.
Are they all fat issues?
Yeah, everybody's fat. Look at this.
Well, that's perfect because I'm fat. Well, okay, that's good. I like Judge Dredd, but it's not as exciting as that Superman.
I know.
You should have messaged me that you had gotten a
Look at some more fat guys on here.
yeah. What's this guy that, not to be mean, but was the guy that sold it to you fat?
No, there's some other fat guys.
Oh, maybe. Did he only buy comics with fat people? Or maybe he
No,
was trying to
here's
get all
one.
the fat people out of his comic collection.
That one doesn't have fat people on it.
No.
That was it. That's all I bought.
You only bought four from him?
He had a coverless Flash issue in the 100s, I think.
Oh shit, I would have gotten that from you. But he probably wanted more than it's worth. But you would is that Superman something you're gonna keep, or
I
could it
kind of
go
like
back?
it.
Oh
I've
well, if
never,
it's
I've never seen this issue.
I don't think I've ever seen it either, or I would own it if I'd ever seen. Yeah, that's great. He's breaking the telephone booth. Yeah, it's almost like a parody, um, like National Lampoon when they did a very realistic Batman and Robin where they're really old and in a
Mhm.
nursing home.
I know they used to mess with Flash a lot, but I never really see Superman get messed with too much.
Oh yeah, Flash was killed off on every cover, or he was on a bench like a bum. My wife says I just ate. I'm on my lunch break. You should eat too, Grotz. Don't want to see you get hangry. Well, I ate some Reese's peanut butter sticks.
Okay,
I
here's the
went to get
coolest
some
thing
dog
I got.
food and I got some. Huh?
I'll show you the coolest thing I got.
Okay.
Oh well, look at this. Frankenberry has this little Batnet guy now.
Do they have marshmallows shaped like that guy?
Well, you get everybody. You get his friends as marshmallows. So you get Boo Berry and you get everybody.
Oh, they're loading it up with marshmallows now. Oh well,
But here's what
very
I
nice.
here's what I got. Look at this thing.
Is it supposed to be Boris Karloff? What's it supposed
Yeah.
to be? Oh wow, it's like Boris Karloff playing Moses. She says those empty calories don't count. That's true. I need to cook a real dinner.
What do you
And
think of him?
I think it's good. I just don't remember that's from a movie. I'm just trying to remember
Yeah.
what movie it's from.
Yeah, it's the Mad Doctor.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Okay. He
So
played
this,
the doctor and he played the monster. Oh, Last Frontier is here saying hi everyone. Hello, Last Frontier. Thank you, Last Frontier, for helping me get an order from Kevin. Um,
this is
yeah.
one of those Don Post calendar masks
Yeah,
from
that's neat.
19 the Mad Doctor from 1998. But he cut most of the tag off, which kind of sucks. But I got it for a good deal.
Yeah. Well,
It's supposed to have a tag like this,
yeah.
and he
Well,
just basically just saved the UPC.
yeah.
Up to
Well, that if you've got one tag, that's all you really need. Because unless you know, yeah, it looks good.
yeah, the hair's really nice on it.
Yeah, it's like he just came out of the beauty parlor.
Hmm.
It looks like almost like Planet of the Apes orangutan here. It's so perfectly
Hmm.
applied.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I wish Donald Trump had chosen that guy as his vice presidential running mate. That would look cool. Or just make Vance wear that mask whenever he comes out. Oh yeah, look, they're it's perfect. Yeah, no, I'm not knocking Vance or anything. It's just Vance. It's hard for me to even remember what he looks like. He doesn't make a big impression with me yet. I haven't processed him yet. I can't really think about what he looks like. Something
Is it
about
true
him's
that he
not
called?
distinct.
Did he call Trump Hitler one time?
I think he has a past where he didn't like Trump, but apparently he's come around and is now best buddies with Trump's uh, boys, and I think Trump is planning to, with along with Vance, for his sons to kind of follow. Hopefully, um, as,
Oh, there's a new Shutter. Hold on. Trying to make
oh,
room. It's a Shutter annual. What year you think it is?
2026.
That's what I would have thought because they're so far in the
Yeah, I know.
future.
Well, it's almost 2025. I mean, man,
This one had
they
a
do a
cool.
they do a pretty good job of looking like. I mean, it's like a really good Elvis impersonator. They do a really good impression of Warren. It's almost like Warren never died. If these artists exist, why couldn't this new EC company have gotten a hold of them? There are people out there that could work for EC. Um, you know, looking good. Yeah, this is great, man. Yeah, I must have like 10 back issues in my pile, but I would like this one too. Oh man, great. I gotta get like a big stack of magazines from you at some point. Monster Bash, great. I was saying earlier, I hate everything that's happened in the 21st century, but I don't think that's true. There's good stuff happening. But of course, the good stuff happening is recreating the stuff from the past, like this and the new Castle of Frankenstein. Which when is that coming out? Wait, is the Castle of Frankenstein, the new Castle of Frankenstein, related to Shudder in some way?
Yeah, and Monster Bash.
Oh, I thought the new Castle of Frankenstein was coming out of Scary Monsters. This looks really good. This looks really good. Do you know when the new Castle of Frankenstein comes out?
Maybe it said on the ad.
I'm gonna have to get a big pile of these from you soon. This is really cheering me up.
What's it say right here? It says to pre-order it or something.
They want you to cut out a coupon. Who would do that? I guess you could
Oh,
photocopy it
they want you to send them $20. Dude. I
from
didn't think it
for a
was that.
next.
I didn't think it
That's
was
the
that bad.
problem with today is the price of shit. I noticed they've cut the price of gasoline down about 2 weeks ago to try to convince people with short attention spans that we haven't been paying ridiculous prices for gas for the last like 3.5 years. Well, that's a pretty good cover. Uh, so this is the stuff for tomorrow. You can order these things from Gotham City Comics. You could call him up, or I guess you could get them from your local comic store. But this is the stuff that's going to be coming out tomorrow. What is your phone number, Kevin, if anyone wants to call you?
Let me see. Let me put it on the screen.
Yeah, that's the problem is I don't do that every episode that you come on is okay, 480-649-3065. Again, 480-649-3065. You can tell them that the Hotel Orloff television show sent you. And he's a real nice guy, and he packs unbelievably well. Nothing will ever get damaged The post office will try, but they'll never destroy a package he puts together. Um, so, are you still open or are you closed?
I think it's like around 5 right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so but
5
you're
exactly.
so you're about to put out the books for tomorrow, but they're not allowed to be sold until tomorrow.
No. Oh, there's a new Conan.
Oh, is it
The new number 1 from Titan.
they're starting over?
Not starting over. I think it's another series.
Oh, okay. He looks like the Hulk there.
I didn't like the inside either.
Really? Well, the law of entropy. It started off good and had a good run for a little bit. The Savage Sword of Conan looks like it's going down too.
Maybe it's written really good because I didn't read it. I just looked at it.
Yeah, I'm a sick person in that the writing and the art have to be good. It's I don't know. Oh, that guys, look at that. There's a replica facsimile fake version of that coming out tomorrow. What does the real one sell for? Over $100? Is that the first man bat, I guess?
I don't think it's the first man bat, is it?
I don't know.
But
Well,
look at they look like giants in the city. It's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and then he has the second issue of this new EC comic, which is apparently not as bad as the first one.
I'd get it.
So
Get it for the cover and the last story.
yeah, well,
The last story is really good.
most comics today you just buy for the cover, so that's more of an endorsement of most comics. Okay, what is that? New X-Men? Okay.
Exceptional X-Men.
Oh, stupid. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
My wife says, break's over, see ya. Oh, man, that's horribly manga influenced, whatever that was.
Here's a Godzilla cover.
Godzilla and the X-Men. Just what I've always wanted to see. Um,
Godzilla Skate or Die.
oh, my gosh. Do they have skateboards for Godzilla?
I haven't. No, he wasn't skating. He's
I'm
trying to
kidding.
destroy the kids' skate park.
That's actually pretty funny.
It's actually, I guess people like it. It like shocked a bunch of people that it was actually good. This
Well,
is bad. That Gromit's book is good.
this dog wants food.
Can't even tell what's going on there.
No, what is that? A Justice Society book?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kid Venom.
Oh, how ridiculous!
Lady Mechanic is back after years and years.
I never read that book, but I don't automatically hate it. It looks like it could be good. It looks like I lost him. I was feeding the dog, and oh my gosh, I guess he'll come back. Whew. So, which of those amazing comics will you be purchasing tomorrow? Perhaps all of them. They all look so good. Um, the facsimile of the Detective Comics, so I don't have that original. Uh, I don't know. Um, I guess his phone died. Oh shit, my recorder's still on pause. I mean, shoot. Excuse me for my coarse language. I kind of want to just go to bed, to be honest with you. But I guess I should go cook something. Um, all right. Oh man, we got 19 human beings watching. Okay. Let's see what's in my feed on YouTube. Oh, someone's coming in. Must be Kevin again. All right, you're back. Your camera, yeah, turn it sideways. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what happened there.
It's okay. All right,
There's
we're Marvel zombies. I never liked the idea of the Marvel zombies.
another Godzilla cover.
Yeah, I don't know what Spider-Man that was supposed to be.
Moon Knight.
Does Moon Knight not fight Godzilla? Why doesn't he get to fight Godzilla too? What the? That's a terrible cut. What is that?
Penguin, I guess.
I thought it was Moon Knight. I can't even tell the difference in these. Okay,
Plastic
there's
Man.
a new Plastic Man comic that is apparently good.
It's
I,
pretty
I,
cool. It's kind of like a body horror thing.
yeah, like a David Cronenberg thing, I guess. Comical. The one with Mike Allred, the Mike Allred cover is the one that actually is a new book that and that one there. I like Mike Allred. What issue is Spawn up to now?
356.
You know what's great about I'm not a big fan of Spawn or anything, but it's great that they keep their numbering going instead of starting over with issue one constantly. That's something I'll have to salute Todd McFarlane for.
This artist has some cool monster stuff coming out.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
his name's like Mark Spears or something.
okay. It's not that I hate Spawn. It's just Spawn started after I was already 30 years old. Maybe if I was a little kid when Spawn came out, I'd still be a fan. But it it came along after my childhood. Okay, here's Poison Ivy comic, another cover. Um, that's actually not bad. It's just posing after killing someone. I don't like superheroes, says John Goris, becoming zombies. Only us regular people should be allowed to be zombies. Yeah, well, it's kind of disrespectful, I think, to the. Is that Rook? That's one of the books that I've been collecting in my pile. Is there? Did you
Yeah,
pull one of those for me or?
yeah.
Okay, I probably chose a cover the other night. My mind is gone along with my vision. I'm like falling apart.
I'll make room. So,
Um, I'm gonna have to. I
uh,
told you, Kevin, yesterday to watch Pop. Is it Pop Comics? The guy with the little beard from Brooklyn. There's a great video up. Everyone listen. Go to Pop Comics. There's a video where he has a camera strapped to his chest and he's in a basement, like the basement of your dreams, going through box after box for like 2 hours, pulling out all the stuff that we would have picked out. You've got to watch it. And then he has another video where he's in a garage. It might be the same house, going through everything in that. And that's another great video. He pulls out maybe 20 copies of the famous monsters with Gorgo on the cover. And he pulls out about 20 copies of the Curse of Frankenstein, Horror of Dracula, Hammer, Fumetti, Warren Mag. I mean, it makes you realize just how, because they're up on the East Coast, these Warren magazines are not rare. There were so many that were found in Warren's warehouse when he went bankrupt. You really shouldn't be paying giant prices unless it's early famous monsters or something, because or the first issue of Vampirella. There's so much of that out there And a lot of people probably don't want you to know how much there is, but because then it would kill the price, the market. But just understand for every copy that looks mint for sale, there's 100 more that look just like that. But anyway, it's real fun to watch those last two pop. In fact, I think I'm going to record those episodes just to save them. They're that good. Um, anyway, so what? She's just talking. Is she talking on a telephone? What is that?
It's a snake phone.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like Vampirella at all. It looks, I don't know.
Probably whatever model he was using.
Yeah, yeah. It's all right. I like that Red Sonja cover better, but I'm sure the artwork inside looks like crap, just like all those Dynamite books. I'm sick of being tricked by covers. They try to, because they know the market. The guys buying these are all 50-year-old guys, and they're just trying to sell people with these covers, with these. I'm sick of seeing the Flash with all the little lightning around him. I don't know, when did that start? In the '90s, the little Flash Force with the little lightning around him. That's not my Flash from the '60s. That's in the '70s. He didn't have lightning around him. Watch someone show me a '60s comic where he has lightning around him, and then I'll have to eat my words. Yeah, God damn. Of course, absolutely ridiculous. Redonkulous is. Um, I'm making tally marks every day. Every time I hear someone say the word perfect, I don't know if you guys are hearing that word. That's about my only entertainment every day. It's counting how many times people say the word perfect. But apparently, that may be a regional thing. That may not be nationwide. Let's see. Emsh is saying when Warren liquidated his inventory in Brooklyn in the '80s, there were thousands of copies of Creepy Number One. That's why it's not a $500 book even today. Okay, it was in Brooklyn, and this guy was going through someone's garage in Brooklyn. Yeah, you got to watch it. Pop comics, it's a lot of fun. Um, this store is amazing. Could you zoom in on that water pistol at the bottom of the screen? I think is that the potato gun?
Yeah, it's a spud gun.
Could you show that to us one more time? It's so great. Um,
That's when they had an overstock of potatoes. They were trying to get rid of them.
is that
Uh,
really what happened?
yeah,
You should take a close up picture of that and put it on Instagram. In fact, you should do that with a lot of your stuff, like your old store stock, gag gifts and things. In fact, you should do some YouTube videos just focusing on some of that stuff. I think that could be. I don't know of anyone else that does that on YouTube. I'm sure somebody does, but oh, you must have a customer.
Magic the Gathering. No, just Magic tricks and stuff.
I need to be quiet because they can probably hear me. Magic the Gathering. Oh my God. Those warehouse finds happen with record albums and video games too. Oh, this guy. I don't know what he sounded like. He might sound completely outrageous on the video from Pop Comics. There's a guy that's selling all this stuff out of his garage, and he looks like an insane carnival barker from 1971 in England. He looks like someone out of a John Waters movie, very flamboyant. And I don't know what he sounds like, the reason I don't know what he sounds like is my wife was asleep and I was watching that video and I had the sound completely turned off and I had subtitles on watching, which was hard to read the subtitles well that Pop Comics guy is pulling out all these cool comics because you don't know where to look. But anyway, that guy shows inside his van this cigarette machine from the 40s, this little miniature cigarette machine. I'd never seen anything so cool in my life. You got to watch that video, guys. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Is the Magic the Gathering guy still in the store?
No.
He left?
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to be real quiet because I don't want to be on the phone laughing about customers. Can you imagine the 19 of you that are watching this going into this store and asking for Magic Gathering when you're surrounded by such a glory? Can you even imagine the wildest dream that you have and that you're in a store like this? I, you know, those dreams where you're finding all this great stuff at a garage sale and you can't believe it. And then you're saying, oh shit, this is a dream because I know I'm going to wake up. This is too good. And then you wake up and then you think, damn, that was a dream. All that cool stuff I've been spending hours gathering and putting in my pile didn't even really exist. And that's what I feel like when I'm looking at the store, Gotham City Comics. And I just can't imagine. I'm sure that Magic the Gathering is really fun and everything, but I'm sure it isn't. But I'm trying to be nice. Um, oh well. Lone Star is the brand, huh? Better be careful. Uh, YouTube may think we're live streaming a firearm.
Well, we have the orange tip.
I know. I was showing a squirt gun once on a live stream and they pulled it because I was handling a firearm. It was obviously a plastic squirt gun. So we got to be careful. I don't trust YouTube.
Well,
Can you imagine? Idiots.
I'm not gonna hold it up by our face or anything.
Bunch of communist, pinko, mousy tongue idiots. And Mark Zuckerberg is terrified now. He's like, "Oh, I'm real sorry that I helped sway the election by putting $200 million into hiding the Hunter Biden story, and because he knows that Trump's going to be elected and he's going to be in the hoosegow, so he's all apologetic. And boy, that was the coolest thing I ever seen when you pumped your fist and said, 'Fight, fight!'" Stupid, stupid Android data looking space alien cretin. Um, Aesop's Fable is, I think, a new viewer. Anyone that wants to come on, Aesop's Fable, anybody, I'd love to
Look
have
at
new.
look at this.
Oh,
Each
someone else is
trip is a
trying to
whole
come
box
in.
of
Why, it's Meyer Greenblatt. Add to stage. Hello, Meyer. Oh, look at that film noir looking. You're in a film noir movie tonight.
this box right here is all different issues of Elvira.
Oh, yeah. So, what Kevin has done is he's gotten all these recent Elvira comics all put together in order where he can sell you an entire set of all the photo covers or
That's a master set right there of every issue, every cover.
okay, the master set meaning the one that you're keeping.
Well,
How many how many
I would sell it. I don't think anybody would buy it, but
how many sets did you put together?
well, I just back issued them. Look at
Oh, okay.
so many
So
covers.
you don't put more than two out at the same time of a single issue?
I think I put three, maybe. That one has
Three.
four.
Okay. Well, there's different philosophies with different comic store owners about how much to put out.
Yeah,
Because
you
if
don't
you
want to
put
put
too
too
many
many.
out, they think, well, why buy it? There must be a million that this guy has. Yeah, it's all psychological. You gotta. That's a good one. That one's already in my pile. Some of the photo covers are outstanding, and some are okay. Um,
at 1-800-310-7177 or go online to tvguidemagazine.com/6. Start enjoying TV even more. Order TV Guide Magazine
But if
today.
I had if I owned this comic company, who puts these out? What's the company?
Dynamite.
Dynamite should get this new girl, Sarah Palmer, who goes by Pinup Palmer on YouTube, that plays Gwen Gooley on Svengoolie. They need to sign her up now while she's still relatively or completely, almost completely unknown, because she has a lot of talent and could potentially be bigger than Elvira, in my opinion. She has a lot. You look at her Facebook, there's a Facebook group about her. There's her YouTube channel's outstanding. Pinup Palmer, I recommend you go there. We discovered her my wife and I discovered her last Christmas when she did a Christmas special. My wife loves her, and then she got picked up by Sven Gooley to be one of his cast on his show on MeTV. Anyway, I keep promoting her because I think she's a worthy successor to Elvira. I'm, that sounds like that music is sped up. I hope they're not time compressing these Warner Brothers cartoons on MeTV. It could be my imagination.
Could be the stream.
Well, Ted Turner used to do that. He would time compress all the shows that he put on his TBS. He'd speed them up just imperceptibly enough that he could fit more commercials in. And radio stations used to do that too, to the current hit songs, because you would hear a song a little bit faster and get used to it that way and like it. And then you tune into the other radio station down the dial, and the song would sound slower and more boring to you. And it's like that. And it would make you want to go back to the channel to the radio station where the music sounded better, faster. It was just a psychological trick. So we saw the new comics for tomorrow, and oh, customer.
I'll come back in a little bit.
Okay. All right. Let's see what Meyer's up to.
I saw everything around it. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? Good.
We're a fly on the wall. He cut the microphone, I think.
Yeah. Did he?
Um,
Yeah, he
what's
cut it. He did.
yeah? What's up, Meyer?
Nothing. Not much. Very nice day today here. I had a good day.
How
Real
many
good.
times did I call Higgy Pop Sticky Goose, or vice
From the
versa?
very almost from the very beginning. I think you only called Sticky Goose like two or three times at the beginning, and then once you started going into the
Oh shit!
like getting into it, you switched to Higgy Pop because what happened was you looked in the chat, I think, and you saw
Yeah,
like Higgy had said hello, but you didn't have time because you were getting into your swing and the intro and
yeah,
getting
yeah.
into
Oh
it.
man.
And so you thought I'll get back to the chat, but then his name was in your mind, so then you switched it and then you kept
Will
going.
people
Yeah.
watching in the
A
future
lot.
understand? Do you think,
Yeah,
or they?
because you corrected yourself, and then the chat did too. We talked. It was so,
Oh
but
man, you guys got to be quicker on my. I don't want to do. I was saying that Higgy Pop doesn't really like comic books. Are you kidding? Oh my God! It's
you
just the
said that he was
names.
30 years younger. You said he was 30 years younger than you, which is a pretty. I mean, that's a compliment considering he said he was 50. I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he was telling me his age then.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Iggy Pop. God, I just all I need is more people that hate me. He comes on and I start insulting him. I was talking about Sticky Goose. I don't know. The names are so similar. I don't know. Iggy Pop, Sticky Goose. I'm sorry. They're, but they're not. similar people. Um, they're 100%. Imagine if, imagine if Higgy Pop had a spiral staircase that came down into his garage like Sticky Goose does, and all impeccably slabbed comics and with special lighting and
I like Higgy
omnibuses,
Pop setup
omnibuy,
better.
or whatever.
I like Higgy Pop setup better. I think he has a staircase. Doesn't he like
He
descend a
has a
staircase
cool staircase coming down from the house into the
at the
garage,
beginning of each
but but
video in the
but
intro? He
I
does.
mean, obviously, Sticky Goose is he's got a, I guess, the type, the way people on YouTube like to have their man caves with
Yeah, but when I
special
look at, we talked about
LED
this before.
lights,
When
huh?
I look at it, we talked about it before. When I look at it, I think to myself, where is all your stuff though? I'm thinking like, where is
Yeah,
everything? Because
I
everything's
always
not.
think
You
that.
just have everything like up on the slabs are on the walls, and then you have statues, and then but where's all the crap? Because we have like lots of crap, like lots of paper and lots
Yeah, it's the Jim Mint kind of effect. They've got
of.
a
I
couple of
prefer
arcade
I
machines.
prefer
They've
the way
got
we do it.
their bookcases that are low and they're filled with omnibus books, and then they've got LED lights behind them making kind of a certain
Right.
glow, or they can
Yep.
change the color. And then they've got their wall books. And you think, where are the boxes containing the other books that aren't in the wall? And I think in
Ethan
some
Van Sciver
cases
used to
that's
call
all
that.
they've got.
Ethan used to call that bisexual lighting. I think that pink and blue lighting in the background.
I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I want to see where the actual books are, but um, I think they have them hidden because it's gauche. It's not, a bunch of cardboard boxes are ugly. Um, and yeah, I don't know.
One
They must,
person's ugly is another person's beautiful, right?
yeah, I don't know. My comic room upstairs, I don't think all those boxes piled. What's made them beautiful are Kevin's Gotham City Comics stickers. When I put one of those on the front of a box, it
Right.
somehow beautifies the box. And I don't know. You're right. I want to, every so often I type in comic book basements or man caves. I want to see how other people do it. And most of them seem to imitate Jim Mint Collectibles. He's like apparently the guy that started everybody. There's this older group that seemed to be influenced by Captain Strangeliffe. And then there's this younger group that seemed to be influenced by Jim Mint Collectibles. And the people influenced by Jim Mint Collectibles are thousands and thousands, and the people influenced by Captain Strangeliffe are this older group that's in the hundreds, I think.
So, do you think if so? What if Sticky Goose or a person like Sticky Goose were to come up with a name for our little niche community? What would it be? Right?
I think
I thought of one. I
I
think it
think he
would be
would
the
consider
TG.
us
I think it would be
sticker
the
people.
I think it
Yeah,
would be. No, I'm just. It's a what if. I'm thinking we would be the
yeah.
TGI. We would be the TGI Fridays guy because he sees our houses and our backgrounds, and it reminds him of TGI Fridays, right? Or right, Longhorn Steakhouse, because
Oh,
we have our walls
you
are
mean all
covered
the
with.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they
Think
have all
about
a bunch of
it.
antiques that they have like up high
Yes,
around.
yes. TGI Friday guys instead
Has
of
he
sticker
said that,
people.
or is that you imagining what he would
It's
say?
me imagining because it's kind of an insult, or it is an insult, but it would be an insult coming from a millennial that that sees because a lot of millennials, you're talking about how they decorate their man caves, and a lot of this,
Yeah.
these are younger people. A lot of this comes from minimalism,
Oh
from
yeah.
design and decor, what's popular at the time. To a lot, and then also there's a lot of feminine influence. Maybe these guys, some of them have wives, and so they want even the comic rooms to be clean and orderly and not have stuff like we have, where we have stuff all over. We have a Batman shelf. I got action figures on every shelf. Remember, I told you when I bought these IKEA
Yeah.
shelves, Denise and I bought a set at the same time, and I put hers together at her house and then mine. And then I saw what she did with hers, and all the shelves were empty. Each shelf would have nothing, or then the next shelf would have a bowl with some glass grapes in it. So she comes over and she sees my shelves filled with books, comics, and toys, and she goes, "Oh my God, these are such beautiful shelves, and you got them all cluttered up with crap." This is my girlfriend
That,
at the
that's
time.
how a lot of people look at it, that buy these houses with built-in bookshelves, and then they don't put books on them. They just put because
Yep.
most people, most Americans don't own books. They might have a Bible, or they might have a copy of Jaws from when they were kids, or I mean, I don't think most people own more than 10 books. And there was some Japanese interior designer lady that said that people should not have more than, I don't know, 20 books in their house, something like that. I forget her name. She's someone really famous, and then she kind of apologized for it. People were outraged. Um,
Yes, I'm
it's just a
really
way of
familiar.
looking at life. It almost makes me want to do a parody of Sticky Goose, come up with a name somewhat like him, and come up with names for different people. But no, I think that he would consider us because I don't know what channels he watches. I know he watches some channels that, oh, really, he only showed when he was roasting people, he only showed one channel that I've ever spoken to, which was Comic Collector Geek, and I've spoken to him on a live stream that we were both on. Although I was mainly just talking about how much I hate slabs, and then he was showing slabs, which might have insulted him. I didn't mean to, but that's usually the way it goes. I put my foot in my mouth. But I think he's talking about he talks about older people, and I would be much older than him. And he calls them sticker people because they make stickers to promote their channels and T-shirts, and then they send stickers to their friends, and they've got stickers behind them promoting their friends' channels, kind of like the people that used to talk on ham radio would send cards with their little cartoons on them to people they contacted in other parts of the world. I've never really watched a channel where I've seen stickers behind people or someone that made stickers. Um, I don't know. I know that I think he was talking about the comic collector geek and the people, and that could be talking about us too, because he was talking about these are older people and they have these Zoom looking things where there's a bunch of different people talking to each other. He was referring to that. But I don't know. No, those are the stickers that make your comic book boxes look good that he's showing you there.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. So
They're
maybe that
perfect
makes him a
with the-
sticker person. I don't
Yeah,
know. That actually could make me a sticker person because I've got Gotham City Comics stickers all behind me when I'm up in the comic book room. I don't, maybe um, some of the insults that he gives out when he was roasting all these channels with his wife, I thought were pretty insightful. But um, I don't know. I don't think
yeah,
he's
I
talking about
enjoyed
these
them.
channels, the older people too, that they don't have many subscribers and they only have, a few hundred views, which would fit me because he has many subscribers, and because young people like to watch young people, they don't like to watch older people, and I'm never going to get those subscribers. Although if I was a, a a teenager, I'd like to watch older people talk about their experiences. I always been that way. I like to hear older people talk about, what it was like during World War II or the Depression, and if I was a young person today, I'd like to hear someone talk about the 70s, but I don't think that applies much anymore. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Oh, look at that. What? When did this book come out?
He just came in today.
Oh,
I guess I never even really thought about what Bernie Wrightson even looked like. He's still around, isn't he?
No, he
Or is
died
it?
like 3 years
Oh,
ago.
I'm confusing him with Mike Plug. He's still around. Those guys were contemporaries. That's why. And Mike Plug was Man Thing and Bernie Wrightson was Swamp Thing. That's why they're in together in my mind. Both fantastic artists. What is this? Is this like a $75 book? It's gotta be expensive. Gotta be expensive. Oh, only 45. That's not.
It's pretty thick too.
Ooh, wow. Shit. Damn. Oh, look at him, man.
I really
Like,
liked that when I was a kid. I really liked that Bernie Wrightson story about that that woman that gave birth to all those frogs. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
Really? I thought you would immediately know it.
I remember he
What?
did a story in plot number one about a guy that ate frogs' legs. It seems like. No, I don't know. It's not.
Trying to remember. I feel like it was in an issue of Creepy.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Did
Emsh knows it if he's
I
still.
might. I was thinking you meant like a House of Mystery or something, and I was thinking I don't think DC would do that.
hey Meyer, there's your boy Skinner.
Oh, he is right there. And you know what? Maybe I'm confusing and I'm misremembering, and I'm thinking of a story by Arthur Seidem.
Um,
You know the guy I'm talking about, the guy that did.
yeah, I do. I'm sure I might have read the story you're talking about, but it's been. He doesn't recall that story. He says.
Yeah, I think it was Arthur Seidem or
Yeah,
Seidem.
that sounds pretty horrifying.
It was horrifying. Yeah.
This looks like so is this a sketchbook of newer art? Well, that's older art,
No,
I can tell.
it's a tribute to. It's all different artists doing tributes to Bernie.
Oh, I thought it was a book about Bernie Wrightson.
It is a book about him, but it's by other artists talking about Bernie.
Is the whole book other artists or
I mean,
just
there's some of his art in here,
okay?
but it focuses on other artists,
Oh, I see. I see.
and, what Bernie meant to them.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, this will be fun to read.
But I think they should put one out if they haven't already.
We already have tons of
Focus.
books with just his art.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they still have his art in here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit! It's 7:38.
Cool creep show. Yeah, it's a cool book.
What else came in today? Anything else cool like this?
This is it. Coolest
So
thing.
stuff like this comes from Diamond, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then Marvel and DC both have their own distributors now.
Yep.
Okay. So Diamond is used to be a huge deal, and now they've been dwarfed or shrunken down. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, the whole business used to run out of previews for a couple
Yeah,
decades. I mean, for in my early earning years, right? I guess the late 20s, really more like early 30s, like which would have been, I guess, the mid 90s. When I was working a lot of hours and earning a lot of money, and I was a first time homeowner and all this stuff, I was one of those guys who had a box. No matter where I was living at the time, whatever city, I had one of those saver boxes. As soon as I would move or be in a city for a while for business or something, I would go to the comic shop that I liked and I would get the previews and have the guy take my name down, and just like Kevin has his his business now and his regular customers. It was a it The whole business ran out of previews. Every month you had that big catalog and you picked what you wanted, and I enjoyed it. I bought a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Even though comics at the time weren't that great, like all of the there was still some good stuff happening. I enjoyed Batman Nightfall. I liked it.
Yeah, I never read it. I never gave it a chance, but I'm sure it's good. Um, oh, Imp says best burning art book is a look back. Gold Key Geezer's here. He says I always wish the Creepshow comic would have had the ads that you'd catch glimpses of in the movie. Imp says Phil Seuling kicked off direct distribution. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was buying the Comics Journal in 1977 and reading all about what was going on as a 12-year old. And
That's cool. Who are those? I didn't. So it was 1978. It was eighth grade when I started. When I had my first local comic shop.
yeah, it was the same summer Star Wars came out that
Howard
Lone Star
Chaykin,
opened.
Jim Starlin, Bernie, Howard Chaykin, and Jim Starlin. Let's look at them all. So that's Bernie on the left. There's Howard Chaykin. He's a Marxist. Uh, and then that's Jim Starlin, who I always liked his all of his art, especially Warlock and Drax the Destroyer and Puck the Troll.
Is
Right?
Chaikin actually a Marxist?
I don't know. He's one of those. He's got TDS. I think. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
If Eric Green was here, he would totally know if that was a factual statement that I
Yeah.
just made. This is great. This is a beautiful book.
It's sure showing you that there are a lot of artists out there that could have been working for EC. The new EC, if they had flipped through this book. I mean,
Oh, can't see that one.
like we didn't already see it. Well, pretty cool. I can't believe I said bad things about Higgy Pop accidentally because, oh boy, I'm embarrassed. Did you finally get that Planet of the Apes picture delivered to you, Meyer?
Me? Oh,
No, I sent Meyer a picture of these extras from the 1968 Planet of the Apes holding the
Yeah,
mask.
I saw it. I don't know what. Yeah, it was interesting. Those guys were
That's what
definitely
made
like.
you see it reminded me of that picture of you and your buddies in the army. uh,
Yeah, they were like. I don't know. They look like bodybuilders.
yeah, that must have been why they were posing that way. Jennifer was a great story. John Carpenter actually made a film of it. Was that one of those made for television movies that one of those HBO series? Yeah, I think there was some HBO series of movies with different horror movie director. Oh, was it called Masters of Horror? I think so. I never
That was
saw any of those. I don't think. I
Masters
might
of
have
Horror.
seen
Good,
one about
good.
a Lovecraft movie that was
Yeah,
about a witch house or something. I think a
yeah. It's
friend of
called
mine
Witch
forced me.
House. It's called the Witch House, and it's like maybe the best episode or one of the best
Yeah,
episodes in the
yeah,
series.
that one I saw. That's the only one I think I've seen of that series because we didn't have HBO. But this friend of mine was this big Lovecraft person and forced me to watch it. And not that I had to be forced, but he insisted that I watch it. Uh,
Oh man.
yeah, that's the directory that the EC comic company of today should have used to.
240
What
pages we just looked through.
what year was Bernie Wrightson born? Does it say right there somewhere? Is that easily accessible information there on that book?
It should
I bet
be.
I'm guessing about 1940.
Because I was looking at at some of his work just then, especially those studies that we just looked at. The guy with the big long nose and those you could
Yeah.
see that was some studies he was doing. I was thinking about his influences. I wanted to see how old he was to try and get an idea of what
Um,
he was grabbing from. Thinking,
I think Graham Ingalls for sure. I think he was a little kid when EC Comics came out. He could have been born about 45, because he was definitely a young man in the late 60s,
right?
working for underground stuff or the monster, and then he kind of got into DC Comics. Someone could find out really quickly if one of the 16 people would just do a Google, I don't know, Wikipedia thing. We could find out when he was born.
Was he married to Louise Simonson? Is that right or
Bernie
not?
Wrightson? I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, his wife's name is Liz, I think.
Okay. I don't know why I said that. Maybe
Wasn't
it's just her on
wait?
that cover.
Wasn't Louise Simonson Walt Simonson's wife? And
Yeah, I
then
don't know why I said
Louise
that.
Simonson, I think, might have been an editor of Warren
Yeah, most
Horror. I think in the 70s. After I think it was Archie Goodwin, and I think I could be completely wrong.
I've got a brain worm. It took me a while to figure out what it was, but then Bobby Kennedy, I heard him speak, and then I thought, wow, I have a brain worm too.
Yeah. Apparently he's wait, well, what is Imp says Wheezy was married to Jeff Jones first.
Hmm. Kemp
Okay.
is excellent knowledge.
Yeah. I knew he would know. Oh, Gold Key Geezer says 48. A little
Okay,
bit
cool.
later than I thought.
This is a nice mask. This is Karloff from what movie now? What is this movie?
From Mad Doctor.
Mad Doctor.
So
Really?
that would make Bernie Wrightson about 6 years old, which would be about how old I was when I was reading Bernie Wrightson House of Mystery comics. So I think he would have been about 6 years old. I meant when EC Comics were being published. I didn't finish
Right.
my thought. If he was born in
Makes sense.
48,
And
he
then
would have.
shortly thereafter, when he's 9, the Universal package comes out in '57, and he gets
Yeah,
exposed.
yeah, yeah. Did you see this earlier, Meyer? What
No,
is
I haven't seen this. What is this?
this? Was the guy sent a note that this needs to be sent to me and to you? He mentions you. See your name there? Well,
No,
it's
I
not
didn't
your
see it
real,
at all. I
not your
didn't see
real
it.
name, but your YouTube name. Yeah.
What does it say? If you can please put a fear flyer in Gratu's comic pile as well as Meyer and anyone else who orders from the Gratu Orloff show. Thanks. The creature board. Wow,
Yeah,
that's really nice.
it's
Thank you.
apparently some way for monster people to keep in contact with each other. I guess
Oh, look at that.
it's
I
real.
missed this. I hadn't
It
seen
was
this.
the first thing he showed when he came on today,
Oh, yeah, I
or
was.
you might
I'm
have
sorry.
stepped out.
I missed for. I had to go and then I came back.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And
Great. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Checking
Yeah,
out.
me
This is
too. Yeah,
what is that cereal? That looked kind of cool. Whatever was on the back. I love this
yeah.
issue. I have this
I'm
issue. I've had it
I,
for years.
I'm trying to talk him out of it, but I think he wants to keep it.
Oh, the cereal. Yeah.
No, not the cereal, the Superman comic.
Oh, you don't have that? You don't have it?
I don't
It's
watch me. I'm gonna go through my Superman comics. What if I actually have it?
so that's a great one. Yeah. Uh,
I might actually
this
have
is
it. I don't even know, man. I'm like,
that was an amazing era. There's like a 2 year span right there where there were these outrageous covers with Superman going through all kinds of stuff, and that's one of my
yeah,
favorite ones.
they did it to Flash and Batman too. It was because there was this younger generation of hippies taking
Yeah.
over DC, and it's like these old, um, what do you? These old conservative, fascist heroes. Let's take them down a few pegs. These bourgeois heroes.
I got that comic. I think at the time I think it was a quarter bin. So at the comic shop I was just telling you about in 8th grade in Monterey, the comic collector shop is what it was called. And the logo was actually drawn by Robert Crumb, and it's in a couple of the early price guides for the shop that I used to go to.
Uh,
But um shit, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? The fucking brain
you
worm.
got the fat Superman in a
Oh
quarter
yeah,
bin,
so I
and
got that fat Superman there for 25 cents. So he didn't even have a 25-cent bins. He had stacks of overstock or old stuff that was lower grade that he just didn't have the time to mess with, and everything was 25 cents that was stacked on the floor. And so as a kid, you could go in there and sit on the floor and then look through all of these stacks of comic books. So I found a lot of stuff that I just bought at the time when I was like 13 or 14, whenever that was, that just based on how cool and crazy the cover was. Like I got that right there. I have the Flash where he's got the giant inflated head, where his head is all big and blown up, right?
I
The whole
think I've
cover.
got that one.
Yeah. And some of the ones of those World's Finest where Batman and Superman are bums, they're hobos, and
Yeah,
they got a flat tire, they're in a
right. I've got that.
concentration camp, the ones where they're in a concentration camp. The one
There's
where
one I've got where the
Superman,
Flash is real fat.
yeah, I have. I'm pretty sure I have that one too. The one where Lois Lane, Superman is a puppet, and Lois Lane is hitting him with a cat of nine tails. So I discovered these and got them for a quarter, and then a couple of years after that is when I discovered Fred Hembeck, and so I had some of the stuff that he was already like writing about and kind of making those really great strips that he was writing in Dateline, right? Remember that stuff? And
Yeah,
he hearkened a lot to that stuff, and I was like, wow, it's kind of cool that I managed to find it without looking for it, and at the time it was worth 25 cents.
yeah,
I mean, it kind of still is. It's all low grade stuff, but it doesn't matter what it's worth. It's just neat. That's what's cool about having a lifetime history of comics where you're connected to it in emotionally through nostalgia and childhood. You were talking earlier about Sticky Goose, and so he can't really relate to that. But um,
that's not his fault. It's just
no,
when he
no,
was
it's not.
born. You
It's
know,
not. It just didn't happen to him, and he's from a different generation. It did. It probably happened to other. It did happen to other people in the same way.
but but I can relate to what a kid was like in the 1930s watching a Buster Crab Flash Gordon serial and what kids would have felt like buying those Golden Age comics. But that's just me. I've always been able to channel. Okay, look at a comic and know what music was popular at the time and what life was like from watching movies and listening to older people talk. It's just part of understanding history associated with these and loving the past and Americana and what the United States used to be. Um, it's such an aggressive voice. Front door. Um,
Yeah, I wish you could change the voice.
yeah, I wish you could make it have Lurch's voice. I'm gonna give you the camera while I brush my teeth, but I'm still listening. I just won't be able to say anything.
I don't have anything to talk about unless you want to talk about the cereal box. Who's Benny? Oh, Benny's the new little Frankenbat.
Is
It's
this a
his
new
best
cereal
bud.
box? Is this a
Yeah,
new? It's new.
look at this. He has a wicked
Frankie,
sense of humor and a wonky sonar. Can you find his bat? Look at this. He's Frankenberry's little bat dude.
okay, he's just a miniature Frankenberry in bat form.
So you get they man, I wonder if they all have sidekicks now.
So is he made of dead bat? Like, you figure Frankenberry is made of dead berries. Is he? I don't know what he's made of, but I mean, they're constructed of corpses, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm
All
trying to
right.
remember what he said.
That's,
It's
that's
an
the new.
unearthly blaspheme to God.
See that girl? She's the new girl.
Oh, look at her.
Her name.
She's a creature. She's the female
Yeah.
creature. What's her name?
Well, she's not a creature from the Black Lagoon, but her name is like some. Oh, Carmela creature or something.
Okay.
That's her. I guess she has a
Okay.
snake.
I guess she's supposed to be the creature. They're using the color scheme and everything, and she's kind of reptilian.
Yeah, she has a snake, but
So they need a mummy now, right?
they have yummy mummy.
Oh, they do have a mummy. Okay, I didn't know that. Does Booberry have a cat now? It looks like he has a cat, a
Yeah,
dead cat,
meow boy.
Meowberry.
So it's a ghost cat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rip
So the
Meowberry.
cat had 9 lives and used them all.
Mm-hmm. Used him up.
And what's this? Igor Count Chocula's. What is it? A spider? He has a spider.
I saw that cat, that street cat again this morning. That cat named Loki outside of my building, and first thing this morning, nobody was out yet. I just stepped out and stood there for a second. He immediately rolled right up, like he was waiting for somebody to come out of the building. Came right up and rubbed up against me, meow, meow, meow. So I stood there for a little bit and smoked a cigarette. Then this lady comes walking down the street, walking her little Shih Tzu, and the dog was like an older dog and was not even bothered by the cat, and the cat was not bothered by the dog. So they had a little interaction where they almost made nose to nose contact, and the dog wasn't even excitedly wagging its tail, and Loki wasn't hissing at all. It was like they made friends in a second. So the lady goes, "Is that your cat?" And I go, "No, it's just a neighborhood cat, And so then I explained the story about the cat to her, and she has her phone out, and I think I just said something like, "Well," I think I said so. Maybe I asked her what she was up to, or maybe she said she needs to get going. It had something to do. Anyway, she on her phone was Pokemon Go. This was like a 40-year-old woman walking her Shih Tzu, and she told me. I said, "So that's what I said. I said, "So you having a good morning?" Because it was a beautiful morning, right? It's sunny as hell, and it's beautiful, quiet, the ocean, and that's all you hear. And I said, "So you having a good morning?" And she goes, "Oh yes, I am. I just found a Pokemon." And I go, "You found a poke?" The first thing in my mind was I thought about those little vinyl rubber Pokemons. I thought of like a little like a Jigglypuff or like a Pikachu she found on the sidewalk. But she was talking about playing Pokemon Go, and it kind of blew my mind. I was like, okay, cool. Well, find some Pokemon. Have a good morning. There's a grown woman playing Pokemon Go in San Francisco on the street by the beach. 8 o'clock in the morning, walking her dog. Kind of mind blowing. I don't know. I didn't know anybody played Pokemon Go anymore.
It's a nice copy, huh?
Yeah, that's way better than the one I have. It's such a great cover. The 2-ton Superman.
Super fatso.
Yeah, it says super fatso right there. Wow. Body shaming.
Yeah.
Oh, it just turned 6.
Oh, it's time to go.
Superman thick though.
Can he still? Oh yeah, he was still flying it though. Even though he's fat, he can still fly.
Yeah, that's really nice shape. That's nice white pages, everything.
Too bad he's not going to sell it to
Oh,
you.
look, let's see that. Let's see that page.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Show that Superman family picture.
Oh, that
Was that
pinup.
Yeah,
is that
sweet.
that wasn't made for that issue? It's older art.
Yeah, I think so.
Or,
Everybody's on
oh
there.
man,
Look at
that's
everybody's
great.
there. Look at even this mermaid girl. What's her name over on the right? That mermaid girl, Lorna. What's
Lori
her name?
Lemieux. What's the issue number on that one?
It's 221.
And then there's a torch. Oh, that's Hardy Boys. I thought it was a commercial for Aurora torture models. The guillotine. I thought it was the guillotine ad.
Yeah, see, he's flying. So
Yeah, look at that. That's
Well,
so cool. That's
I'm gonna
just so
check and see
cool.
if I already have a copy of that, and
It
look
then
at
makes
him.
that one right there. Now the one that comes that portrait, it makes me want to draw these or paint these. Like this is such a cool image. So I love that
yeah,
style. I like where he's
it,
chunky right there.
it really sums up America today. It's just like
Yeah, it's that super. That's what Superman 2024. That Rommel's ride right there. That's one of the coolest models ever.
yeah, right. I never had that model.
No, I didn't either. I was
Well, that's pretty darn cool.
Hey, Meyer, did you see the other books I got? They're all fat
no,
covers.
I
Look at
missed
this.
like the last hour or something. I only caught the first 15 minutes of the show. And I had to go.
I got this collection from this guy, and they're all fat covers.
Oh, really? That's interesting. It can be just all fat covers. The Superman, the fat Superman, and these fat Judge Dredd covers.
What's wrong with this guy?
Was
That's a.
he was he heavy set? Was
No,
he
he wasn't.
I asked him the same question. Um,
well,
it's
that's not a
funny how
lot.
the liberals get very upset about body shaming, but they have no problem uh, going on about Trump being overweight, and he's not really that overweight. Um, um, but they don't mind body shaming people they don't like. Oh well,
I
not to
told you
be
that
political or anything.
years ago when my kids were about 12 or 14, for the first time they saw my elementary and junior high, all my yearbooks. The first time they saw yearbooks from the 70s, they looked at my yearbook, and one of them said immediately, one of them said, "Where's all the fat kids?" And I'm like, "There are no, there's one in every class." But they were like, "Wow, where's all the fat kids?" Everybody's
Yeah,
skinny. I think they were like, "Dang, everybody is skinny, Dad. All your friends are really skinny." I was like, "No, it's just what kids look like in 1974."
yeah.
Hey, look at this.
Huh.
Well,
What's the
that,
book?
There's BlackRock right here.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
that's exactly what it looks like, except it's in San Clemente.
Wasn't that stupid in these Disney Star Wars movies where they show the planet where Darth Vader lives and he's got an evil castle? That's the most stupid shit. Darth Vader doesn't have an evil castle, so they could put it in, Disney World. That was
You
what
know
it was
who had
that
a
from Rogue One. I think that's where they started that.
Witchy Poo had a good evil castle, right? Remember Witchy Poo's castle? I like that. What was his name? Seymour Spider. You remember that little orange spider that was her sidekick? He was kind of a knucklehead. I think that was his name.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, did you ever think when you're watching the real Star Wars, oh, he must live in a castle on a
No,
volcano planet? It's like, what?
no, that's stupid. That's like Skeletor lives in a castle.
Yeah, yeah. It was like, I just figured he just lived on a star destroyer or something. You don't even think about stupid stuff like that. I don't want to see Darth Vader's house I don't want to see him when he's a little 8-year-old. I don't want to
He
see
would
him
have a
when he's a
suite.
20-year-old.
He
I
would have a
didn't want to
suite.
see any of that shit.
He'd have a suite in a Star Destroyer, and it would be very sparsely set up, right? It would
Yeah,
be like it would look like kind of what the quarters in the original Star Trek series looked like, with
yeah,
the
like
desk
Kirk's
with the
quarters,
lighting
right?
inside of the little cubby holes and everything, and maybe some Tranya or something inside of a vase.
Yeah, and maybe he'd sleep in a coffin or something, but it wouldn't be in a frickin' cliched Halloween castle.
No, he'd be inside of some cryogenic chamber. He would get sealed away, like in one of those things that Joe Rogan soaks in. Like what are they? Like
Oh,
from
is he
Altered
Altered
State.
States? We said it together. Yeah, Altered States. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Haven't either. That was in heavy rotation in about 11th grade. I think we taped it off HBO or something. We were watching it over and over again.
What happened to William Hurt?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him in years. I don't know what happened. Did
It's
he
like
pass away?
whatever happened to him, same thing happened to Richard Gere. They just fall off the planet Earth. Uh, like Natasha Kinsky. We were talking about her a few episodes ago. What happened to her? Is she alive? No one knows. I don't know. Oh well.
There was a guy at the beach today with a self-propelled surfboard. First time I ever
Weird.
seen one in person. So it was like something the Joker would have. It's like a surfboard. It has this foil that is bolted to the bottom of it, and on the underneath at the bottom of the foil, that's like a rod that has a fin attached to it, and then attached to that is a little propeller, all
Yeah.
attached to a motor and a battery system, and he has a cordless little remote control in his palm with a throttle on it, and
It didn't have a propeller, did it? Uh,
yeah, it has a little propeller at the bottom.
isn't that kind of dangerous if you?
It's underwater. It's like probably 4 feet under. Dangerous for a fish. It's not going to hit
Yeah, but
anybody
what
else.
if the wave hits you when you're
But
in
yeah,
the
maybe
surfboard?
it probably stops immediately as soon as your hand goes
Oh,
off. It's all brand new. This is like a brand new thing. Um, it was really cool. He was flying all over the place on the flat water. It's like something that the Joker would use to like rob a yacht or something. Is what I thought. You know what
yeah.
I mean? It didn't make any sound. There's no motorized, no sound is coming from it. And then I was thinking, first I thought about the battery life, and I was wondering if you could take it all the way like around the point and into the marina. And then I was thinking, I wonder if anybody has made a bigger one and put some solar cells on the top of it. And I wonder if you could try and take one of these to Hawaii, like put a backpack, pack a bunch of stuff on it, like a paddleboard. You know, it's all strapped down, and like what if you could you take a 12 pack in a backpack out? Try and take one of these things to Hawaii because you've got like these solar cells on the top of the board. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting. Circumnavigate the world on a motorized surf.
Yeah. So, what do you predict will be the big seller tomorrow, Kevin? He's not there.
Radio silent.
Well, there were a few good titles coming out tomorrow. A Man Bat reprint of Detective Comics, and let's see what you got there.
Oh, let me grab the box for it. So this is another one of those Super 7 figures that I've been getting recently because they've been inexpensive and they look cool.
Oh, I should put my Gotham City Comics shirt on. I haven't worn that for the show, man. I wonder if he's sold out of those.
All right, so this is made by Super 7. It's called the
Okay.
Weirdest. These are figures that are created by them. They're not based on any properties or anything. This is stuff that the artists and creative team at Super 7 have come up with. This guy's name is Warrior. The immortal fighter of pain. Is that what it says?
The crew does a great job themselves, but it's just they're not.
Something about battle damage.
We're just like,
Here's
okay,
the
thank
art
you.
in
You know,
front of
that's
the
it.
card.
Usually it's
This
a free roll.
thing comes
I
in.
pound up the phones up anytime you want to come.
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
these are the
I was
different
gonna go
characters.
to
Here's that guy Blood. I already have him. The guy that his head is the vampire thief.
Yeah. Do you have these, Kevin? Oh yeah, I think Kevin showed me, or maybe you showed me the guy with
I
the
think
teeth.
Kevin has some of these, if not all of these. So then we got
oh there.
Warrior today, and then these are some of these other ones that they have. My son is really into these.
I'm
You
just
got
asking if
the
they're made in
So I think
Japan.
which
Super
guy did
7
you get?
team is from San Francisco originally, and then they went to I think Santa Barbara. Where's Super 7 at? Mostly in LA right now, Kevin.
Yeah, because I think they closed up their SF store, maybe, right?
Yeah, they moved out of San Francisco a few years ago.
But I
It's
mean,
called-
they probably are made in
They're
some other
made in
country.
China. They're made in China.
Okay. Well, I was thinking
Probably
that.
have a store in San Diego, maybe.
So look at this guy. So this guy comes, first of all, everything comes out. It's a lot like that classic Beetlejuice figure.
You got that one? I wanted that one.
So the sword comes out there. This axe comes out of his head.
200 people, and now there's like 300 illegals just show up with a bunch of kids with them.
Yeah, he's like a shish kebab guy.
That Beetlejuice shish kebab character. Then this axe comes out of there. But we're not done yet because look at this arm. Look, check it out.
30 of them with guns and motorcycles.
Well, is that to scale with He-Man?
No, this is to scale with the original Star Wars figures.
Okay. Oh
Three and
no.
three and three quarter inches. So then when he's all apart, this is how he looks when you get him, and then you got to put them all back together.
So it's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I was thinking earlier when somehow Super 7 came up that it was based on the Super 6 cartoon. But then I remembered there was Tarzan and the Super 7. So
Right.
that's probably what they really based the name on.
The Galaxy Trio.
Yeah.
Or,
Have you ever seen Super 6?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Is
saw that part of
that's
the show. I saw the beginning of the show where you were showing the Super 6.
that
And
I'm pretty sure that's Gary Lewis singing it. I'm almost positive.
yeah, I've seen him actually recently, just like somebody mentioned in the comments. Group Therapy podcast shows
Yeah.
this.
crime becomes more and more everyday part of life in Germany.
I got to start watching the group therapy podcast faithfully. I don't know
Here, let me show
why
you
I
a trick.
haven't.
So if you like these figures and you buy them and they have good card art that you want to keep that you think looks cool, like you might want to hang it on. Like this one came already punched. So this makes it kind of neat to just hang it on the wall if you want to, if you want to save it. If you do, what I do is I use an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, and I cut this corner and on this corner and across the bottom. And then you can open
Oh,
it up, and you can just pull the plastic tray out.
Recommended by the professional associations of psychiatry.
oh, that's a cool.
Back in, and then you can load it back in. And if you're careful about how you cut it, you want to avoid like doing that thing where it peels up off the bottom, right? And so instead, you're just completely cutting the plastic above where the glue is, so
Yeah.
you're not affecting the card in any way. It's not like I'm saving just like all my other stuff. Like I'm never gonna sell anything, just like you guys. I like to keep. I'm a weird person. I like to keep stuff in really nice shape, make it look cool. So it looks like it's new, but now I've opened it. You can't really tell.
Something just popped up on the top of my phone. Your bedtime is set for 9 o'clock p.m. It's
Oh,
like
did it?
for a little kid. My wife must have set that up on my phone.
I just got this the other day. This is really nice. It's DC World. So this is a reprint of all of those Shazam comics that DC made in the 70s.
Yeah, there's three. I don't know if you saw it. There's three new facsimiles that he just got for. There were two Captain Marvels, and I think one Marvel Family, and one has the Monster Society of Evil, or at least one of the installments of that serial in it. Did you see those when he showed them?
No. I didn't see it.
It maybe I think he's leaving. I hear him doing his burglar alarm, so he can't show them to you. But he's
Yeah,
leaving the store.
I might go to Home Goods or what's it called?
Oh, Home Goods is. I think that's what it's called.
Oh,
Yeah,
They
no.
have a
maybe you can
cool,
check and see if they have that Vampira
they
head
have a cool
vase that
Dracula. They have a cool Dracula one too. I want to get.
Okay.
you're going there now.
We're just
I'm
looking on
thinking
the
about it.
How long a drive is that?
Just right up the street.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you'll take us in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you out in the car.
Oh, yeah, really. Uh, you wouldn't have your phone long, I guess. You imagine if someone steals a cell
It's too hot
phone
outside to
that's
leave the phone in the car.
streaming and then they get caught on a live stream with the stolen phone talking, well, this is a great phone we just stole.
where's
Um,
the panel.
say, oh shit, we're on live TV. Oh, wait a minute. Well, yeah, it looks good. This is
Beck in the 70s.
yeah. Did you get this from Kevin or somewhere else?
No, that is from the the government
Oh,
from,
is this all reprints of
from
the early
Amazon.
'70s
But this is
DC?
reprints of I think it's 12 issues or it's every all the sequential Shazam 70s comics. So it's issue
Oh,
no, it's
okay.
what it's 1 through 18. So it's number 1
Yeah.
all the way to number 18 and it's
And then
everything except the ads and it's really good.
yeah,
But I was
CC
wondering like
Beck
there's a
wasn't
lot of
happy and he wasn't treated well.
oh CC Beck wasn't?
Well, he wasn't happy. He didn't like the writing and the he had to, it was great. I liked it, but I mean it was weird to see those characters wearing bell bottoms and stuff.
Right.
Being updated for the '70s. It just was very strange, but oh, he disappeared.
Yeah, at the beginning of one of these, that's what I was those panels I was showing a couple of the like some of the first like bad guys that Captain Marvel encounters are is a guy named Charlie and a guy named Julie, and so I was like, I wonder if that's CC Beck and Julius Schwartz, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
even looked
CC Beck hated everybody. He was
I
a
even looked
real
at their pictures
curmudgeon.
to see if they looked anything like this, because don't these look like they're supposed to be caricatures? See 'em?
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Yeah, he hated everybody. He was like Mikey. Um,
Yeah.
and
So what is
he would write angry editorials for I forget maybe Comics Journal. I forget what magazine he wrote for. Yeah, he did not like the comic industry but then he was screwed around, when Captain Marvel was shut down.
The British Prime Minister came to
So I
Texas.
understand his
He doesn't know how to do a Texas accent. Doesn't even know there's an East Texas, South Texas, a North Texas, West Texas. And it'd be like if they showed up here and
that's
instead of
nice.
talking like this in Texas British accent, went, how's everybody doing there? How about we go out and cook us a possum today?
oh these fake accents that Kamala Harris is doing are hilarious.
Weird ass accents don't
Yeah,
even sound
Foghorn
like black
Leghorn.
people from the South. They sound like something across between Porky Pig, Foghorn Leghorn, and
Oh, he
Hillary
said
Clinton
it.
liked to do that too. Sorry, what?
He said it right after I said Foghorn Leghorn. Then Alex said Foghorn Leghorn.
I didn't even know that was picking up on the broadcast that I got
Yeah,
that playing in the right.
got a new GI Joe today too. But I'm glad you took it off. I don't feel like showing it.
All right. Um, I'm just waiting to look in Home Goods, and then I'll probably end the broadcast because I know Cleo really wants, like, it's a Vampira vase. And I mean, it's clearly Vampira. It's not, I mean, and
A glass today is just asleep.
one of those vases, like these. I'll show you. Like they had in the '50s, early '60s, the lady vases that had that you put. I don't know. You
Yeah,
can put flowers in them,
yeah, I
um,
remember.
or
Those are great.
maybe brushes for your makeup.
Yeah, I
These
like that a lot.
things. But there's one that's Vampira with these glass dark sunglasses on, and oh, he's trying to come back in.
She's black. Like they say, you don't vote the hair, you don't vote the bag, you ain't black.
I got this. I got this thing today at the Dollar General for a couple of bucks. It's not very good, but I thought I'd maybe put something in it.
And Jack in this house.
It's
Oh, that's
really.
cool.
Let's go to
They had
Shane.
them in different colors. I just
That
Hey,
stuff
did
thought
that
you get
maybe
was
I could put.
a
Huh?
what? When was that? Was that a couple days ago that Kevin had stuff from Target or something that was really cool? That new molded stuff. Was it Kevin who had that? He
Yeah,
had
that
some
was
new.
last Thursday's show at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, can you
That
hear
was
me?
good.
Yes,
Yeah,
fun. Yeah, he had that. He got all that from Target.
yeah. It
It's
looked really
it's
great.
new stuff that looks kind of vintage, and it's at Target pretty cheaply.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Yes,
Hey, do you have that map that
He's
you
in the
got
locker.
when you were there, Dollar General?
Marcus and the borders are Kamala Harris.
the mask. It's upstairs. I'd have to go up there, and she's the Frankenstein mask.
That,
No, no, I agree.
I have
and
it
that
up.
was only $1.
People that don't have a violent history.
That one might have been $3 or $5.
We're going to take the money.
Dollar General's
Oh,
a trick. It's not like Dollar Tree used to be. Nothing is a dollar. Very few things are $1 in Dollar General. Um, um, I remember when the stores said 5 and dime on the front, 5 and 10.
Yeah.
Um, they still said it when I was a kid, even though there was nothing in there you could buy for that price. Maybe some candy. But when my parents were kids, yeah, I mean, because a dime in the 40s was like $1 or $2, what you could buy with it. Yeah, Home Goods is some new store that's cropped up. I never heard of it before. Just
Yeah, me
it's
before a
neither.
like
couple of weeks ago.
it's TJ Maxx Marshalls.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's just popped up since I've lived in a bigger city. I'm sure they've got them back in Arlington now. Yeah, I tried that on Sunday doing a show and putting Forum 303 Mall in the title because when I've done shows about the Forum 303 Mall back where I used to live, the mall that's been torn down, I've gotten well over 1,000 views. I thought I would try that, but that may eventually happen. But for right now, I think I barely have more than 200 views on that because I don't think people, and it's actually gets to be after I get through the part where the dog is eating out of the kitty litter box and I'm picking up cat turds that she dropped. Then later I show some good stuff in that last episode. If you guys haven't been watching it, because you figure I don't care about some mall that I've never been in, watch that episode because it's really just a trick to get normal people to watch and subscribe to my channel. Um, and I was thinking maybe I should put Sticky Goose's name in the title of a video to try to get normal people to watch as well and expand the subscribers. But I don't know. That might just be undignified.
Do you
Do you
know
have
Shane?
like a plush goose or something?
Huh?
Do you have a plush goose?
A what?
Like a stuffed animal goose?
I don't think so. My wife says hello, or I wonder if she's off or she's taking a break. Um, Greta, he's about to. Kevin is on his way to Home Goods, and he's going to see if they have one of those vampire heads there. And then as soon as he does that, I'm going to get off the stream. And
I appreciate your call. We're moving fast now.
I asked to take off early because
There's
they
only
had
one
made up
guy
my
on
hours that
YouTube
were
that
cutting
found it.
Sunday. I'm sorry.
There's only one guy on YouTube that found that vampire.
Oh, who was that? Dark Ride Dracula?
No, I don't know who it was. I just typed in home goods vampire, and there's only one video.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that it doesn't mean it's not in every Home Goods though. It just he's the first guy to do a video about it. Hopefully it'll be there,
He knows is the real one.
and then
So
if you could get it, I'd pay you back for it. She wants that
I'm
real
only a
bad.
couple miles away.
She's saying, I want to see. So this cool boss told me to go ahead and cruise. Okay. Well, Cliff, if it's okay to come upstairs, I will. Let's shut off Alex Jones here. I brushed my teeth already, but I still can eat one of those factor meals. And um, uh, she says, right as he had excused me, one of the witches cut my shift anyway. LOL. Oh, okay. How many? I wonder how many. Oh well, I'll talk to you later. This is where I put the cat treats. It says birthday. These are so good. It's going to make the cat think it's his birthday. Okay, where are my glasses? Ah, yes. I've been hungry today, but I'm so sleepy. That's the story of my life. Let me make sure the front door is locked because this is a very high crime area. I'm kidding about that.
Someone might break in and like bring you a pie or something.
Yeah, it's like the Andy Griffith show here. It's makes Andy Griffith's show look like Peyton Place. Uh, makes the Andy Griffith show look like the Untouchables. That's the better comparison. Okay, what is she saying here? Been waking up at 3:30 a.m. for some reason every day, so I feel mangled. Or sometimes I'm up in pain all night. Yeah, I think I'd mentioned that she's. That's why I've got that GoFundMe. I've only mentioned that one time earlier. Going across the bottom. If any of you would like to contribute a little bit for her, because she's had to have a lot of days where she can't work because of the sheer amount of pain she's in. She's trying to. I found these recently. For those of you who didn't see it, Friday the 13th, Part 3D. This is when I went to the theater to see this movie. Found
Those are like
myself.
75, $100.
They're how much?
In that condition, 75 or 100.
Cool. Well, I'm not selling them, but maybe. Uh, but yeah, that
But
was a
yeah,
fond memory of seeing Friday the 13th Part 3. It
so
actually,
those
the 3D worked pretty good. It wasn't really a good movie, but the 3D was effective. I think at that time, the only 3D movie I'd seen was a re release of House of Wax, and that was amazing. Okay, if I turn this light off, it's going to be real hard to see going up the stairs. That's the problem with nighttime. I'll see. Well, if I fall down the stairs, it'll be a great YouTube moment. God, I can't see any goddamn light. Oh yeah, I'm holding the phone so the light is okay. I'm making it.
making it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's saying that? Who's saying I'm making it? Frank Travolta. Yeah.
You want me to
Sometimes
cook you a meal,
in the 18
Leo?
inch.
I'm really sleepy.
Okay, I'm gonna cook myself one real quick. Um, oh, you got the show on, so we're gonna get an echo.
I'll make it quick.
Oh yeah, just turn the sound down on that.
David Naughton saying David Naughton saying I'm making it. The
I
Dr.
was just
Pepper.
when I said that, I was thinking of that TV show. We
It's
think
the Dr.
exactly
Pepper
alike.
guy. The
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper.
yeah. I
I'm
never saw that
making
show, but I remember that song,
it.
making
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yes.
I was thinking that exact same thing when I.
It
It's
was
like
a
when we
hit.
said
A lot of
alternate
videos.
states at the same time.
He performed it on shows, it seems like.
I got this for like $1 or two at the Dollar General. If you could put something, is something Cleo? You could put something in. Like, if not,
Hate it.
you hate. She hates this. Well, I'll use it in my comic room to put.
Maybe we can spray paint it with like a bone color and paint it a
Well,
bit.
they had in different colors. They had one in black. I thought the pink was the coolest. Why is the dog eating tissue, man?
Ew.
I know.
Right. Communists.
You're arguing with communists. What, on Facebook?
Yeah, they're so mad because like they don't like the truth.
You're wasting your time. You're never going to convince those people to vote for Trump. But maybe you will. I don't know. What do I?
We're at Home Goods.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
he has now arrived at Home Goods. When you turn on your camera, I'll go to full screen for you.
There's a
Hold
lot
on,
of
Fib.
people here. They're all trying to
Well, I
get
mean, we
that.
could turn it on once you get to the Halloween section or something. Cajun chicken penny, beignet, penny, beignet, pinga.
Now
Aunt says, "Good night, y'all.
for a
Y'all
penny
come
cart.
back night."
Some of the best cartoons,
What?
Herman. Those penny cartoons. You ever that girl named Penny in her life?
No, I didn't.
Claymation. They need to make an action figure of her. Reaction needs to make a penny figure, right? Right, Kevin, do you hear me?
I can hear you. What'd you say?
I said Reaction needs to make a penny figure. Remember from Pee Wee Herman, the penny cartoon?
Oh
Now it's
Oh
yeah,
time for
yeah.
I'd make a great figure. Yeah, I've never seen an action figure of her.
those were great segments. They're really cool. Like it was a little girl's voice, like a real little girl. That's what made it interesting. And she was just monologuing every single time. She was
The
telling a
Pee
story about her mother
That
or
show
her
was phenomenal. That the Pee Wee Herman show, that was such a tragedy when he was caught in that theater because that show was unlike anything. Oh, he's in there. Let me give him full screen. I really was sad when Pee Wee Herman that happened to him. Okay,
It's
so we're
cute. But,
looking for a vampira head.
this little Frankenstein
I
bulldog.
see that.
Frenchie Stein.
Yeah,
Well, this stuff's better than Dollar General, that's for sure. That green skeleton's pretty neat.
he's flocked.
Hmm.
He's flocked.
Yeah, we're all flocked if Kamala Harris gets in, man.
Totally flop.
Uh,
There's a lot of stuff. Oh, here. Maybe she's over
Flop
here.
turkey on all repair. French bulldogs are very popular this year.
Oh, is that it? Go up. Is that the vampire? No. Well, no. That's a Day of the Dead Mexican
It
thing.
looks like it's one of these though. It's that size.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Keep your onions peeled. It's got to be
You
here
watching
somewhere.
Over
Cleo?
the- There's Elvis back here.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
this
look at
is
that.
look at this
What?
eyeball. This
Yes,
is
Eyeball.
cool.
great. But look at the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein. It's,
They look weird.
well, no, it's yeah, they do. It's
This
almost
They're
eyeball
real.
those,
thing is really cool though.
those Dollar Tree figurines.
This mummy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pillow
pink
section.
Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Women love pillows.
This guy.
Oh.
That's not bad. It's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's all right.
Sugar skulls.
Yeah.
This candy corn.
Okay.
Well, here's a pretty big bust.
Oh,
Mm,
that's Tulsi Gabbard, man.
it does look like Tulsi.
Let's
Tulsi Gabbard
cross
has
that.
a Tulsi Gabbard has a good YouTube channel. You guys, you should subscribe to her.
Cleo
She
was
has,
just telling me
yeah,
that.
she posts videos of her own, and then of her own talking to a camera, and then also she posts clips of all of her appearances. Like if she's being interviewed the day later, she'll post it on her channel, and then
Yeah.
also like her own little
Look
spiel.
at they
She's
got Christmas
like,
stuff up already.
Oh, the Christmas stuff already. I saw her tearing apart a CNN lady today, earlier this morning, and she was explaining what happened in Arlington Cemetery
mm-hmm.
and that Trump didn't do anything
You guys see
wrong.
it?
No, she was there. She was there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. She said I didn't see any altercation. It was all,
Did I miss it?
I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean it's there or hasn't been sold out.
What are those? Oh, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil skulls down there.
Anything you have to see in person.
Maybe they're over here.
Oh, they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this is a big display. There's
There's
a lot
stuff
of
all
it.
over the place. There's a big skeleton up here.
Oh, Medusa, right? Is that what that's supposed to be?
You guys all just turned to stone.
Oh, wow.
I see you.
Stuff all over the place.
Is that that's an ELO song? Is that about being like turned to stone by a Medusa? That ELO song?
I don't think so.
I think so either. I wonder what it's about. Turned to stone.
When you're
Can't.
coming home, I
Yeah, when
can't
you
go
come
on. I
home.
don't know. I'd have to look at the lyric sheet.
I don't
I,
know either.
There's a
some
bunch of
songs you never
film.
really think about the lyrics. You just listen to how
No.
cool the music is.
Yeah. Especially when it's logged into your brain when you're like 12 or 14 years old. Sometimes you get
Yeah.
the lyrics completely wrong. You're kind of singing them in your head.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lyrics, your whole life, the lyrics are wrong.
The
Yeah.
song from Rocky Two was in my head wrong for decades and decades because the song says rising up to the challenge of your rival.
Right.
And I but I heard rising up to the challenge of your life, and then I thought they just added in to it just so it has the right meter or rhyme. So I thought they were singing rising up to the challenge of your life. That's what I heard. And I thought these guys are so stupid. Sylvester Stallone's brother, that he's singing life just and then finally someone said, no, it's to the challenge of your rival. And I was going, oh. uh,
Remember that song called "Kind of a Drag"?
yeah.
Kind of a drag when your
Yeah, that was
baby.
the Buckinghams, I think.
So when I was a little kid, when I heard that, I thought for some reason that he was saying Canada Dry, and that it was a Canada Dry commercial. I couldn't figure out why the song he keeps saying Canada Dry is the
Well, that,
ginger ale you love. I didn't
that
fucking
would have
get it.
been a good commercial. Um, yeah, this might be something that has to be found on eBay. I don't home goods. I think Cleo's already checked. Doesn't have some kind of online catalog where you can.
Yeah, they don't have a website where you can buy stuff,
And
but the stuff's just scattered everywhere. It might be here. You might find it still. See, look at there's just stuff everywhere.
I'm driving these people with the book mind virus crazy.
did you have a pretty good day, Cleo? With
No.
no,
Is she
I
wa-
was gonna tell you I
Is she
had a pretty good
watching?
day today. Huh?
Is she watching Home Goods?
Well, yeah, she's watching on the TV.
Yeah.
I think she might have been a little distracted,
I
but
was because I was arguing with a weirdo.
Hi, Cleo.
yeah.
Hello.
Wow, it's a lot of
I did.
pillows.
A lot of pillows and blankets.
Mhm.
Sparkly ghosts. I got
Lately, I've been telling guys that I'm gonna
sparkly
ask
bat.
Trump to grab him by the pussy.
Oh my gosh, you're using foul language.
Well, when they like to bring that up, like
I know.
they're not pigs.
Like
They're
remember
pretty loud in the store.
the assistant to Biden, that he did that to her
She's
and
in
said, "I know
Russia.
you like me," and grabbed her there, and then she had to flee to Russia to to get away from the retribution of the Biden administration. Yeah, she
Oh, that shopping cart is kind of cool. It looks kind of peach and pink.
I don't know if the shopping cart's for sale though.
No, I used to love shopping carts. So one time I was throwing them.
Throwing them in a store?
No, I was in a backyard with some shopping carts and I was on acid and I was throwing
Oh,
them.
don't talk about that on the show. She's
A
just
lot of
kidding.
this stuff looks like the things that you see in like creators, like videos, like YouTube creator, like you know what I mean. It
Look
kind of a lot of what you're looking at. Maybe it's just because of
Yeah,
the
this is
design.
at
probably,
this, a clear
yeah,
chair.
It's
I
cool. I
love
like
those
that.
chairs.
I think it's cool.
this is
You could just run into it and not even see it.
Chairs.
you mean it's like what was
Easy to
her
clean.
what's her face that they called the hammerhead shark? What
Oh,
was her name?
Brittany Venti.
Yeah,
Brittany
like
Venti.
doesn't
You're
she have
right.
like a real,
It is. It is like it's like kind of like that. Like what
this is where
Brittany
Brittany
Venti's
Venti
dad
shops.
or what's her name? Zia Live. I forget that girl's channel's name. Zia. Watch her
I don't
sometime.
know, man. I don't know.
It's
I
just the girl that sits in a chair in her bikini and talks about Star Wars movies.
Oh boy, did Brittany Venti, is she still around? Like people disappear from my algorithm,
I haven't
and
seen her in a long
and then
time. I don't
after a
know.
while, it's there was another guy.
She's
What
not
was the
really around.
guy's name that was always arguing with women? He had a what was that guy's name?
Who are you talking about?
The one that was always insulting women.
Are you talking about that crazy guy, Tommy?
Sotomayor,
Yeah.
Tommy
Oh, Tommy
Sotomayor.
Sotomayor. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I used to watch Tommy too. Yeah.
is he still on? Is
Dude,
he been kicked
he
off of
said,
YouTube?
God, he said so many funny things, but he would hair-hatted hooligans called them.
He he celebrated like I've never seen on when Trump was elected in 2016.
Dude, I used
He
to
had
watch him.
some.
He bought that house in Arizona. Actually, he had this big sky and pad
Oh,
with a
that
pool in the
was.
background. Remember that? He was live streaming, and he got banned from all platforms or something. I think
I think so, but maybe he's on Rumble. I bet we could. I just had forgotten about him. There's people that I used to watch that.
he's still around. I used to love Tommy Sotomayor. He was great. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, but he was dancing around with a World Wrestling Federation championship belt when Trump was elected.
He
He
was
was
great.
just thrilled.
I'm lost. Oh yeah.
You're lost.
So look at it's connected to TJ. We can walk next door to TJ Maxx.
Adrift in an ocean of
Well,
femininity.
does TJ Maxx have good Halloween stuff?
Let's go look. You can just walk right over there.
Okay.
Look, see.
So what other stuff? Oh, it's really the same store. It's just a different imprint of the same store.
Do they have a toy section? Mom, can I pick out a toy?
Yeah, I see toys over there in the back.
I used to ask her, if she, right? I would say, "Can I pick out a toy?" That's how I would word. That's how I would word it.
Yeah.
Some Funkos and there's Beetlejuice and Harley Quinn.
Those aren't bad looking.
When
They
is
hold your
that
controller.
Beetlejuice? When does
It's
that
supposed to hold
Beetlejuice
your
sequel
controller.
come out? I know the Joker movie comes out in less than a month, I think.
It's this month in September. It's supposed to come out.
Oh, it's in September. I don't know if it's going to play at the local theater here, but maybe it will. I don't know if they're going to try to make it an R-rated movie again. Um, they might as well. Now that that Deadpool movie did well, there's going to be, and the Joker movies, they're going to make tons of R-rated superhero
I am
movies.
being relentless. I'm like just going at it, man.
Well, if it makes you happy, I guess. Is it?
Because they're so wrong. I said something
What are
about
they
I
saying?
said something about Kamala convicting innocent people, and he
Right?
laughed at me. I'm like, I don't know what's funny. You want to laugh at this guy? And it's like his news story about how he went to prison. He was innocent for 13 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's bad. No, 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 no. He
Yeah.
was wrongfully convicted of murder, and he won 13 million in the lawsuit. $13 million because Kamala Harris convicted him wrongly. And she laughed at him.
She
Big
laughs at
surprise.
everything.
Big surprise.
Yeah, she was laughing about scaring parents that had truant children with prosecutors that normally prosecuted murderers. I saw that
He
today.
served
They
six
don't really have action figures here. It's like baby toys.
Like
She
romper
wanted.
room, play
She wanted to
school.
prosecute parents for truancy for their
Yeah.
children's.
And she was laughing about how she scared these parents. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not good
Ouch.
to have truant kids, but you don't need to be using that kind of. It's, yeah, well, just wait till you see what she does when she goes after people that think incorrectly on Facebook or YouTube if she gets in.
Did you see your
It's
stepdaughter? Right? See your stepdaughter? She's all tatted up with those big John Lennon glasses and
I
that
don't know that I've seen her.
big
It's
haircut. Yeah, yeah.
so she does she have any children herself?
No, he doesn't. None that
Uh,
lived.
oh my gosh, we're
TJ
being
Maxx doesn't have
horrible, man.
anything.
I'm taking it dark. You know why? Because they've been beating up my guy for 8 years straight.
Yeah,
Right?
they take it
They're
dark. They
making up
take it as
lies.
dark as
They're
they
still
possibly
making up
can.
lies. They're still making up lies. If at this point, there's no excuse for you to be so blind. You're complicit at this point. You're willfully ignorant, and your vote is part of the it caused death and destruction. People died
Yeah.
because of voting for Joe Biden. Those 13 Marines, all those people in Israel and Gaza, Ukraine, Russia. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. And
At
to
this
still be
point,
under the spell of the mainstream media, there's no excuse. So
being for Kamala Harris is like those celebrities, like arm, like, uh,
I just showed him that the FBI arrested a former deputy chief of staff for New York Governor Kathy Hochul for acting as an agent of the Chinese Communist government.
yeah, that's what I
Because
told
he lives
Anna.
in La La Land and he just called me a wank. And I'm like,
oh,
try harder, dude. Here's
well,
your party.
well,
Yeah, that's
this
the
guy, you're
story.
arguing with someone that doesn't even vote because it sounds like they're in England. That no one uses that word here.
No, he's trying to be British. This idiot
Oh,
is in like Long Beach.
oh, okay. Well, in the late 30s, right before World War II, people like Lindbergh and Henry Ford were big fans of Hitler. And, it's like that didn't age well. And to me, that's about like if you're a Democrat right now,
Okay, here's a bust. It's like this size. It's going to be the same price. This
Oh,
one lights up.
okay. Oh, like look at what he's showing.
It's going to
This
be like this. It's going to be like the same.
see that there, the with the veil on, the black veil.
Oh, look at that. It's only $13 for that bust.
oh, that'd be so
That's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no. We still
What
might
happened?
find it around here somewhere.
Are you still in Home Goods? You're not in TJ Maxx yet?
I think I'm back to Home Goods now.
Oh, okay. I had no idea that was just so. Is it just a section of TJ Maxx? It's actually all open together as one store.
Cashier number 7.
Well, if anyone watching finds one of those vampire heads in your local Home Goods, and you buy it, and let me know. I'll try to I'll get it from you because she really wants it and she deserves it. She's been a real trooper. She's been in a lot of pain and stuff. I need to cheer her up.
I'm looking for it. It
I'm
could be
talking
super
about
pretty.
getting you that vampire thing if someone could find one. Oh, that's right. We could actually drive an hour. Although,
Call ahead and have them hold it for you.
well, I mean, if I called Home Goods and asked about a vampire head, they would have no idea what that means because they would just think vampire. I mean, the average normal person doesn't know what a horror host from 1952 looks like. I mean, we're not normal people. We can say vampira and we instantly know what that is, but someone working in the Home Goods seriously doubt it.
Just
Not to
not even
be,
working. Everyone in the world,
See,
not even just
here's a bust under here.
just normal people, don't know what it is.
See this
yeah.
bust?
I
It's
mean,
gonna be.
most people know who Elvira is, although I think a lot of young people wouldn't know
That's a
because
nice one.
that's really something from the 1980s, early 90s, maybe. I need to buy more Parmesan.
Wonder if it's just hiding back here.
Well, I got the powder.
What are you about to eat?
Some form of chicken penis or something. Chicken penne, chicken de la pinga. Oh, oh, that's crazy. That Frankenstein in the back, or
Yes,
whatever
that's
that is, a zombie.
kid.
Oh,
It's a little zombie kid with his head caved out.
My
Put candy inside of it. That was good. I liked it.
goodness.
See, that's kind of cool. Oh, there's those sticks. Those sticks they put in the corner All right, you just put those sticks in the corner or something.
Meyer,
Something
any
you can put.
progress on your move? Any the paperwork or anything?
Not today. Today was a down day. Nothing happened. I'm waiting patiently.
By this time next month, you think you'll be there?
I hope so.
Yeah, good.
Not for sure. I don't know for sure, but I hope so.
Oh, look it. We're getting close. We're getting
Oh,
real
look at that
close.
layout. You say that? That's nice.
We're getting real close because I found
What's
the.
behind her?
Look
Yeah,
at the
what's
Bride
behind
of
her?
Frankenstein.
Yeah, there's two
How
different
much?
versions.
How
One with
much is
green.
that?
There's a green one.
This is going to be the same price as that vampire.
Well, I like the one that's not green more.
Oh yeah, I like
She's got some scratches on her face.
Oh,
yeah, that's a better one. Yeah, you're right.
how much is that?
Let's look.
I think it's gonna be 25.
$20.
Oh,
1999.
does it have something to put batteries in it?
Yeah,
Oh, I wonder what it does.
our eyes light up.
Oh,
Look at these three
she is
skulls.
scratched up, but
She's scratched up, but from a distance you wouldn't see it.
You
well, the
can touch it.
scratches make it look more vintage. Maybe not.
Yeah, she has glitter. She has glitter on her. Look at that glitter.
Saw that
Oh,
glitter.
I don't like glitter.
I don't either.
See, we
that
missed
was
those last.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, for $20.
Glitter
What about the
reminds me of
Dracula one? They
What?
have a Dracula one that looks like a Jack Davis Dracula.
Let me see.
No, they don't have it here.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
maybe they do. I'm looking for it, and I'm looking for the Cleos.
I like the Bride of
I feel
Frankenstein.
like we're getting. I feel like we're getting close, though. You just gotta look because they just hide stuff.
This is kind of fun to virtually shop like this while I'm eating chicken.
Is that a
Is that?
Mercedes logo?
I thought it was supposed to be he's holding a peace sign, but it's the driver's driving wheel. Yeah, steering wheel.
No, it's like he wants peace. He doesn't want to be busted. He doesn't want to be a ghost
Oh,
busted.
I forget the word steering wheel and say driving wheel. I'm worse than Joe Biden.
You know, Kellogg's really missed an opportunity to sell more corn pop cereal. They could have really done a tie-in with Joe Biden and corn pops, right?
You just gave me a brilliant idea, completely off. We need to make a fake Wheaties box with that guy that was beating up women at the Olympics with the horrible guy with the witch nose.
Yes, you're
Yeah, that'd
right.
be a good. That'd be a good wacky package.
Yeah, but if someone could just create that with Photoshop, that would be great. It would be a great T-shirt idea. It probably wouldn't go over too well. It'll probably get you attacked on the street, but
I'm pretty sure that's a hate crime just talking about it, so we could never actually do
oops.
anything.
Well, if Kamala gets in, I'm effed. What was the name of the guy or girl? Does anyone even remember?
Was it a guy's name or a girl's name?
Well, it was supposed to be a girl, but it was, it was a guy that was used, oh well. I guess you're not supposed to say that. It was a girl.
Is that a can?
She
Oh, that's
looked
a
like
candle.
she looked like Xerxes from the 300 movie. Remember the
It did,
Persian?
yeah. It looked
Yeah.
like, or like the bad guy, and what was it? The Aladdin Disney cartoon.
Oh, this is all Martha Stewart, huh? That puts out all this stuff.
Huh.
This candle.
Dolly Parton had a whole line of home goods, but they couldn't sell it, and they had it on sale at Dollar General. It was kind of ugly stuff that even hillbillies wouldn't want.
Do you want a patchouli and sandalwood scented candle?
I don't even know what patchouli smells like. I just always heard it
Somebody
joked
came
about
into the
that it's a hippie
somebody came into
smell.
the shop wearing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hippie. It's hippie oil.
it smells like hippie girls, but it smells good. I like it. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't like
serious. It smells like
I know
hippie
you
girls.
know that smell in San Francisco, but is that
Mm,
a
I
good
grew up
smell
with
that
it.
I would like, Cleo?
I grew up with it.
Look at these pencils. They're kind of cool.
Not that we've
I do
seen
like
so
it.
far. She says, "Are there any vampires in sight?"
What was the question?
She asked if there are any vampires in sight. I said, "I don't think so yet."
We haven't seen any vampiros yet.
And
I
there's
mean,
only
I've
one Dr.
looked.
Pepper left. I'll leave that for you.
I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anywhere?
No, I don't. I don't think so. The best thing I saw was that Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, I wish they had the Jack Davis Dracula.
They should give discounts for scratch merchandise.
I bet they do.
Yeah, you might get a discount for that. It's pretty scratched up.
Well, that's great. You didn't have to work till 11.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm so glad.
For some reason, I was just reminded. Remember that movie, Kevin? Have you seen a movie called Four Rooms?
Yeah, that
Four
movie's
Rooms.
great. That's
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino movie.
yeah. For some reason, this all just reminded me of the first room in Four Rooms, which was all the witches doing the big, like semen ceremony inside of the big hot tub. Remember that?
Now I need to
Madonna.
rewatch it. I don't remember that part.
I don't
It's
think
a
I've seen this movie.
Madonna or something. I forget who's in it, but
It's
this
really fun.
reminded me of that because the
Is,
women remind me of this.
is that the
I
movie
just
that has
remember
Meg
the
and Jack White in one of the segments?
I
Yeah,
just
I think
remember the hooker being in the side the bed.
that's a great segment where the he has to watch those little kids, Antonio Banderas' children
Yeah,
inside of the room. Yep. And
Yeah.
there's a hooker, a dead hooker in the bed.
yeah, and then like the guy has to get his finger cut off, right?
Right. The final scene is kind of very much like a Twilight Zone episode.
He's the young
Yeah, I
sire.
want to watch that again. Is that his first movie?
I don't think he were directed. I think he wrote some of it, or I don't know. I don't know for sure. Maybe he did direct it. I don't know.
I think he did. I used to love that movie, and Madonna was in it too.
Yeah, she's in that first scene that this store reminded me of.
So
Uh-huh.
you say that is the one that has the white stripes in it?
I don't remember. Maybe that's I
That
don't
may be
know.
some other anthology
No,
movie.
that's a Jim Jarmusch movie you're talking about that has them in
Yeah.
it where
Right.
they're talking about Tesla,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
guess.
Coffee and Cigarettes or something. Is that Coffee and
Yeah.
Cigarettes?
Okay. That one I bought because I used when the white stripes were together, I would buy anything they put out, including that movie I have somewhere, because I
That's a
Oh,
great
love
this
the
is
movie.
white
cool.
stripes.
Just
I
like
even
that.
went to the concert to see them.
That's the Haunted Mansion candlestick holder.
Oh, that is nice. Oh wow, you have that?
Does that say 200?
Excuse me.
Whoa, it does.
Everybody's sneezing at work.
I have one, but it's not as big as that one. All right, I think I've looked everywhere,
Well,
unless it's hiding over here.
It might be. If I didn't have money and I went in there and they had it, I would hide it.
yeah,
I would.
that's actually right. People hide stuff so they can come back to get it,
I do.
especially in a bad economy and people don't have money.
I'd go hide it in a different area though. I'd hide it in a. Oh, see, look at she's hiding right back there. Look
Oh,
at
there's
that,
another Bride of Frankenstein.
the green one back here hiding.
Well, it's not scratched up. Have you ever found anything that someone hid in your store?
Yeah, people do that all the time. It makes me very mad.
What do you remember any particular things that were hidden?
Well, comics and figures and
Yeah.
So they put stuff at the back. Is that how they do it? So in hopes that it will still be there when they come back next time. Is that what they're doing?
Well, you hide a comic like in the Booster Gold section where you know no one will ever look or something like that. And then you come back and it'll be there in 6 months
Okay.
because there's cobwebs on top of the comics. No, no offense to Booster Gold fans. I'm sure they're great comics.
so yeah. If they were gonna hide it, they would go to the back somewhere where.
I mean, if they come back and buy it, then I guess there's no foul.
See,
But if they just
there's a bust
forget,
right there. I didn't see that one.
okay.
Hmm.
It's probably supposed to be Elvis, but it looks more like Fabio.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
thought
say
it was.
Luke Perry. It's like a dead Luke Perry kind of. Looks
Yeah,
like
Thought it
yeah,
was.
90210. Yeah.
I thought this was a girl.
Oh no, that's supposed to be a
What's this back here? Is that a bride something?
Yeah, it is
almost. Yeah.
odd. Who do you think designs all this stuff? Do you think it's who's coming up with all these ideas and making these things?
I wouldn't be surprised if all this is designed by AI because a lot of it doesn't have a lot of personality, but it's almost cool. So that's kind of like what I think of AI. I wouldn't be surprised if the designers weren't even human.
Yep. Yeah, it's like an algorithm. There's
I don't
certain things
know. I
depending
don't
on
know.
depending on the year, depending on what was trending, has to do with. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Wednesday Adams stuff. What else should we be seeing?
Yeah, there's zero Wednesday Adams, and that
Well,
was
that's
pretty
just
popular.
licensed. That's licensed stuff. I don't think they're doing
Oh,
licensing
they
over
didn't have
here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but just a gothic girl, generic, not exact. I
With,
guess you make it.
with striped black and white stockings, and it's Wednesday Adams.
I think I am hungry. Did you eat already?
Yeah, I just ate. You want me to
I'm,
put something in for you?
I'm think. Yeah.
Which one?
Anything, honestly.
All right, let me find some.
I don't know why I'm so hungry today, but oh well.
Well, have you eaten?
Um.
That may be why.
No, I mean I have, but I don't think I've eaten three of those meals, and there's a little. I believe I had two, and one was really early.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense why I'm hungry, I guess.
Yeah.
And all that damn talking, man. Oh,
Okay, there's things down here. Not even the Halloween.
Those look too much like baby skeletons to me. That makes them really creepy. They look like skeletons of an infant. Is there anything that will is there anything that will suffice as a new effigy for the Moloch sculpture at the next year's cremation of care? I'm looking for something that will be able to be burned over a bed of
give
coals
me the pasta.
year after year.
Give me the
Clear,
pasta.
clear, clear
Wrought iron.
chairs, $60.
Those are kind of cool. $50 though.
Seems like a lot, huh?
Yeah, and I feel like they're probably not going to last long. Like, I don't know.
This plastic came off a little too easily. There might have been air exposed into it.
Oh, that's happened to me before.
Cook it extra long.
This damn phone died like always.
Huh?
This phone died like always.
Those clear chairs could really come in handy for like a cam girl. I was just thinking about how you could fart on one of those and then you could
I was thinking
film,
that too, but I didn't want to say it.
film the steam that would the condensation. I used to work with a guy that was horrible that came to work with these terrible stories about him and his wife's like personal life. And he told me a terrible story about a glass coffee table one time. It
Oh
was awful.
What?
It was awful.
What happened?
no,
He did a
because
press.
Myra's
He
telling
probably
a
did a
story.
pressed ham on it.
What's that?
He did a pressed ham on it.
He sat underneath the coffee table while his wife squatted over the coffee table.
Look at this guy back here hiding. What is he?
And it was like a steamer. She like let loose. She like pooped on the coffee table. And he told
A
me
New
that
England steamer.
coming out of her butt. This was a coworker of mine.
Was he from New England?
He was from Texas. He was from Texas.
Your picture's a little delayed from what's on the phone.
My
I
picture.
That's what
my
he's
phone
talking.
died.
Oh, that. Oh, your phone died. Okay.
This is kind of nice.
It's like a tiki bar. Yeah, it is kind of nice.
You could use it as a little cocktail bar.
Yeah, it's a nice little
Right
bar.
there.
Oh, it's no, yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah. That's pretty good. Almost tiki like.
Yeah,
Hmm.
bamboo. Looks like
Oh, I don't
What
bamboo.
are
like
they
the price
selling
tag.
it for?
What?
I
Oh
don't like that.
shit!
Come on.
You know what?
Sliding
The
on.
TV is ahead of your phone. Isn't that like incredible?
The TV's ahead of my phone. No, it's behind it.
Oh, okay.
Get,
Whoa, look at that.
make a call on this phone.
You could pick it up, and if you push, I think it's a 9. You can get
Thank
the
you.
overhead
I'm so
speakers,
starving.
and you
This
can
is
like
cool.
do
Look at
Are you right?
push
this
9.
big ottoman. It's a giant ottoman.
That's nice. Does it open up?
You should look for a Morticia Adams chair.
Oh, look, it's
Like
on
a
Olga.
Could you fit a body inside of it?
Look at
On
Olga's getting.
Olga.
Cleo says, there's been wicker chairs like Morticia Adams has at Home Goods.
But they were black.
Black wicker chairs.
This looks neat. Look at this.
Yeah, it's a retro 60s design. It looks cool.
I got 15% on my phone. This one looks cool
Mm.
too.
Well, we're not gonna go that much longer.
This chair looks cool.
That is so funny how I asked one boss to let me go for the
Not
night,
sure.
sleepy and whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. And as soon as he says, yeah, here comes the other witch
Oh,
and
this is a nice chair. Look at this. It rocks.
It's funny.
It's a little nice
well, he
rocking
said
chair.
something interesting.
What?
He said, well, I was just in the
Here's
conference room.
another
It
one.
wasn't mentioned. First I hear of it.
Oh, look at that. Someone
I
put their
don't think
foot
he
on it.
liked that.
Oh, that she had let you.
Someone stood
Yeah.
on this. Look at that.
Oh.
What happened there? What
Yeah,
happened
I
to that?
see a shoe print. Maybe it was a customer.
People are such scum.
Yeah.
That should be the name of the episode.
I like that. I like that
The
whole.
beginning of the episode, I was talking about Sticky Goose, and then
Hi.
Higgy Pop showed up and said hi, and then I got confused, and I started saying Higgy Pop instead of Sticky Goose for a couple of minutes
Oh
until I
my
was
goodness.
corrected, and then I apologized to Higgy Pop because I was talking about someone that's 30 years younger than me that doesn't really love comics. So
Oh my
no, he
goodness.
understood because
He's
Sticky
gonna
Pop,
he's gonna think you have dementia.
well, Sticky Goose and Higgy Pop, aren't they kind of similar names in my
No,
defense?
no.
Then I was saying Sticky Poop. I got them all mixed up.
That's bad.
I don't know, man.
Sticky
Oh, look
poop
at
is
this. This is
bad.
cool.
I
Check
was
this thing out.
embarrassed. I don't want to insult Higgy Pop.
Oh
It's like a tree
man.
stump and a block of ice.
That's really nice.
Stop,
How,
can you?
what's the price on that?
Oh, wow.
Shit.
$1,000.
$666. Just kidding.
No, they're 1,000. These are $1,000.
I know. That's frick gosh darn insane. Trying not to curse.
Here's that clear chair, but it's in a smoke gray.
How
Okay.
can they sell something for $1,000 in what's basically a TJ Maxx? It's not Neiman Marcus.
Here's another one of those
Yeah.
bars.
That's sweet. It's not like it's Ethan Allen. You know what I mean? It's $1,000 for a Kusenda, whatever that is.
Remember Curtis Mathis?
Yes.
Oh
All right.
boy.
So we didn't find anything.
A
Except
couple
for
days ago, you just showed a little bit ago. You showed a box of mushrooms, like this box of giant mushrooms that you just showed. A
yeah.
couple days ago at the deli, this guy that I know, it's like a periphery of our friend group. He's a friend of a friend, and so we were just kind of breaking up. Like everybody's just there's like 4 or 5 guys, and we're just getting ready to split up. Like after an hour of standing out front of the deli drinking coffee and bullshitting, and it was a perfect day and everything. And so I'm like, all right, later. And this guy's so what are you guys doing? And I'm just walking home, and like Mike says something else. I'm going to the store or something like that. And he goes, you guys, let's go to the beach and do mushrooms. And he was dead serious. This is like a 60-year-old man. He like had mushrooms. And he's like, let's go to the beach and just do mushrooms all day, you guys. And I'm sorry, dude. I got to get home. Sorry, bro. But yeah, kind of weird.
He might be the guy the Coast Guard helicopter was going to rescue.
He might have been. Yeah, could have been. But yes, it's something you would have heard at 50. He's like a 15-year-old saying. He's all, what are you guys doing today? Let's just go to the beach and eat mushrooms. And I'm cool, man.
Well, that's a San Francisco resident for you.
Yes, exactly. And he has a really nice, he's a very successful guy. He's well dressed, nice car. Like somebody's dad, maybe his granddad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice kitchen counter.
Yeah, it is.
Look at this guy. He's party time in this chair right here.
Right.
That's a weird skeleton. What's going on
Yeah.
with him?
He's folded up. His legs are up over his head.
I see. Oh,
But it's
I
got
see.
weird glitter all over him and beads and stuff.
That's a disturbing pose, man. That's not
Yeah,
good.
it's like what Maria Abramovich. That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Oh, look
Is
at
that her
this.
name?
This is cool. It's like one of those things you put your head in.
yeah. If you're Charlie Brown, it is.
That dark fried Dracula guy can put his girlfriend in there.
Oh, stop, Meyer, stop. That's not nice. I'm trying to befriend those guys.
Never mind.
Shit.
I'm, no hate at all. I've got a couple young ladies that I follow on Instagram that are of shorter stature. And they're quite attractive. It's a thing. It's a niche.
My mom is only 4'11", and my grandma was only 4'8". That's nuts, huh?
This is cool. This is pretty cool, though. It does
It
look like
is.
Charlie.
You know what was cool? I just thought of it. Just kind of reminded me. Do you remember those decorations that were little pieces of puckered plastic that were melted together onto another piece of plastic? Got to right? They had them from all different holidays, but it was like weird. It was like thin colored little pieces of plastic that were kind of bunched up like flowers, and they were all pushed together of different colors to form a shape of a witch or a cat or a ghost, right? You know what I'm
I
talking about?
think I know what you're talking about.
They were
My
wall
favorite house.
decorations. And they were made completely of plastic, and they were like glued to. It's kind of like astroturf. It was like glued to the backing that would be underneath astroturf.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, we
All
forget
right.
we're in a desert here. We see
Oh,
their
it's
desert.
home, baby.
All right.
That was
Okay.
pretty
I've
good.
never seen one
Kind
of
of
those stories in my
expensive, kind of
life.
pricey for some things, but the
You
other
had
stuff that
one
we
in
looked at was really good
Arlington
and
or
inexpensive, like the
close to
bus.
it?
That was a good price.
You mean you mean Des Moines?
No, in
Furniture's
Arlington,
expensive
where the
though.
girl bought her black mortician chair.
No.
It was Grand Prairie, excuse me.
Oh, was there one in Grand Prairie?
It was by that big record store that you took me to.
He's
Thank you,
Gold Key or popcorn decorations because Gold
thank
Key
you.
geezer.
You know what I'm talking about. There were Christmas ones and Halloween ones and Easter ones, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
sold them at dime stores. You would have bought it at like Woolworths or
Yeah.
Gemco, Woolworths.
Well, this may be the end of tonight's festivities. I don't know.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean those Bride of Frankensteins weren't bad. So um, I'd be surprised if the average person would know what who Vampire even is, and Vampira's stuff is they have some company. There's someone that owns the Vampira. They call it Vampira's Attic. It seems like they put out licensed Vampira stuff, and uh,
I
they
don't
might
think
have.
that one's licensed, the one at Home Goods,
Was it? You think? Okay.
because it's her
Well,
wearing sunglasses, right?
yeah, but they weren't the classic Vampira sunglasses.
Yeah,
They
that's
were.
why I don't even think it was. I don't think it's a licensed Vampira thing.
Yeah, it could just. I think it'd just be a
It
generic
just
goth
resembles,
girl.
like you said, it's AI. It just resembles her, and
Yeah,
then just like that Jack Davis Frank Dracula
yeah.
bust.
Well,
Well, that
They're not
is too
advertising as
bad
Jack.
that Vampire was not found.
yeah. Well, that's one store out of, we've got stores apparently an hour away. We could
But
check.
is there another Home Goods near him?
There's another one, but it's the other way. It's the complete other way.
And
Yeah.
and there's more. You should also check TJ Maxx and
We did
Marshalls because they might have the
He was
vampire.
when TJ Maxx and Home Goods were together as one store. He was in both.
Oh,
two
okay.
stores, but you can pass through.
Okay.
And I went over there, and they didn't have any. They didn't really
Yeah.
have any stuff over there.
Maybe Marshalls.
Well,
There's a Ross over here, but I don't think they had it.
I mean,
I would check anyway because it seems like it's at quite a few stores.
well, you'd find it on eBay or somewhere. I mean, we can get
That's probably where they're all at already.
people. Yeah, probably people bought them and put them on eBay.
Those bastards.
But
I don't think there's a big run on those things.
There's a
no,
bunch of TikTok videos on those.
there are.
I
Yeah.
only saw one
You
YouTube
have?
video about it.
Do you have TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you get that communist stuff for?
Because I feel like it. Because I fight with them everywhere on every platform. I'm everywhere.
I
Well,
never signed up for that one because they wanted access to your router.
ooh, they. Oh, did they? Are you going to be working tomorrow, Cleo?
Probably.
Well, she's working tomorrow. I might do a live stream. Not as maybe. I don't know how long. Maybe I will. I don't know.
You should
We're
totally.
behind on Big Brother, like, and then there's another one on tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm going to be working, so you
Are
might
you up
as
for
well live
watching
stream.
some of them now before we, or you're going right to
I
bed?
am so tired.
I am too. All right.
And that
We watch.
show is just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's horrible, but I watch it every
And you
year,
make me watch it
and
instead of
we're
like
behind
me
several. Well,
watching.
it's because it's just something I do, kind of in memory of my
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
But you know,
Oh, it's
there's
a
some
whole season.
it's embarrassing. Well, maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow. I don't know.
You should.
Uh, but definitely, I always do it on Thursday. So maybe I'll do one on Wednesday and Thursday. But I've got to find something interesting to show. I've just been relying on other people to show. I was trying to show some Migo figures earlier, and then I said, "Why am I sitting on the floor in this room with no carpet?" I
Yeah.
said to heck with you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Is your town going to put up a haunted house this year?
Oh, I bet they'll do the haunted house.
That'd be
I
something cool, though.
it's just well, the haunted house doesn't. I'd like to go in it, but you know, I heard these high school kids talking about, oh, that was fun when we fell down the stairs, and I'm thinking, well, it's fun when you're 16 and you fall downstairs. It's not fun when you're 59.
Hey, there's a
Because
rule though. It's called no scares on stairs.
well, I don't know exactly why they fell down the stairs, but
They're not supposed to scare you down the stairs or
I
upstairs.
know, but I think it's like pitch black in a building that was built in probably 1899, and it's probably it's probably really haunted, honestly.
You forgot to listen to Juan.
Oh, it's 107 on.
I told you there was a new one yesterday. You
Oh, okay.
forgot.
Well, we'll listen to a new 107 when we get off here. Well, thanks, Kevin, for showing us in the stores and showing us all your new stuff. And again, um, do if you want to give your phone number again for anyone who wants to call to get stuff from you for Gotham City Comics, what's your phone number again?
480-649-3065.
Okay, yeah, call up and ask for Kevin, but it will be Kevin, I think, that answers because only once did someone else answer. And anyway, and thanks, Meyer, for coming on. I think this was a pretty good episode.
Thanks for having me. I had a good time. Sorry about the work right back. I enjoyed myself. I'm glad we had this time together to share, have a laugh, or share a smile.
Yeah, I'm already in bed, but I'll talk to everybody
Yeah, thank you
tomorrow,
for your
possibly.
Thanks for
So take
watching,
care,
guys.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye. Stay on.